This game also is pretty dark, but it's another visual novel I heard phenomenal things about. This one's longer, so we probably will not finish it tonight, but that's okay. Hold on. Go back to preferences. I know there's... There we go. English. Return. There we go. History. The symbols are entities generated by the creator to maintain order and the functioning of the garden. All beings born under the command of the garden have a limited connection with their representative symbol, depending on the day they were born. No one is born on Sundays. Sundays are a sacred day. How do you control what day someone's born? It is said that the symbols choose 6 people after the candle festival to consume them, in the hope that one of them is the reincarnation of the creator. Your character's past doesn't matter. It's just another body for you to take. Something you're already used to, I guess. Welcome to the garden, a place used as a test. A disposable place after finishing playing it. The game is simple. You must not let the other characters find out that your puppet is connected to you. Your puppet will be sent as a gift for the symbols, and you should act as if you belong there. Please do not do anything that is outside the stipulations, nor summon the name of the representative of the void. This is strictly prohibited. Even if you are given the opportunity, don't do it. You feel yourself fall on a hard surface, scraping your knees. It's a sharp knock that makes a strange echo in the place. You can hear the sound of silverware being scraped on a plate. And then, dead silence. Something is wrong. Open our eyes. You look where you have fallen and realize that you are on a table. You fell right on top of a cake, causing your entire hand and part of your knee to be stained with chocolate. Hey. You heard a voice behind you, and reflexively, you turn to see who it is. In front of you is a man who looks back at you in amazement, and before you can ask what's going on, he interrupts you. You shouldn't be here. You have got to be kidding me. I can't believe the distribution mechanism has broken down again. I have to do everything myself. There's no one here responsible enough to verify if everything's in order. You feel like invisible hands grab you by your arms and legs and plunge you into a void through the table. Little by little, you sink into a dark void that envelops you. The sensation is strange. Warmly strange. What the hell? There's no information about you, says the mysterious person whose dinner we interrupted. This can't be possible. Ask what's going on. Oh no, we were told we have to pretend we're gotta be there. But if we try to escape, that'll seem suspicious. We'll just ask what's going on. What's happening? I can't see the connection with your symbol, he replies. Apparently you are not a subject. Pardon me, I was wrong. Welcome, I've been waiting for you. Mother said she would send them a new toy. The word toy doesn't sound right, and you feel a small twinge of discomfort at the strangeness of the situation. Oh, hi? Yeah, new game, new men. But remember that you have to put on a good face and act natural, like you really belong here. After what happened to the last one, I really hope you last longer, he says. You really don't want to know what happened to the last one? My name is Nulla. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the names correctly. Owner of the Void. Nice to meet you. Before we leave, I need your name. What's your name? I'm just gonna put Leah. I'm Leah. Welcome to the Void, Leah. Nulla extends his hand to you in order to squeeze yours tightly in the style of a greeting. Despite the seconds passing, he doesn't let you go. You feel like his gaze is devouring your soul. It seems like he was looking for something. Keep looking. You are... Nulla's gaze turns blank for a second, only to be quickly replaced by eyes filled with wonder. You're from there. You're not from here. I'm not gonna say anything. You feel Nula pull your hand, bringing your body closer to him. Instantly, his other hand begins to squeeze your neck, blocking the entry of air into your lungs. I see you. Before your vision completely blurs, Nula lets you go. So this is nothing more than a puppet. Wow, we were found out so fucking fast. Holy shit. I wonder, we probably had no chance. I apologize for my behavior, but I didn't think I would be facing someone from the upper plane. Oh, you are adorable. If I kill the puppet, maybe I can get you out of it. And I'll be able to exit this loop. Don't move, please. It will only be a second. I don't think that's a good idea. Nula doesn't let you speak. In a moment, he has you in his arms again, and one of his hands rests upon your chest. I'll remove your essence, and with that, I'll be able to get you out of there. It won't hurt. At least not for you, Leah. I can't say the same for the puppet. You feel how Nula rips open your chest and begins to extract something from inside. It hurts. It hurts so much. Your sight begins to blur. Hey, what's going on? He asks. No. No, 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 no. It's not fair. Bad end. Wow, I was really bad at it. Okay, let's try again. Gotta pick different options. Let's click through that. Okay, hold on. Once we get... Okay, can I save while we have a choice? Okay. That way we don't have to... I'm going to keep them closed. Keep your eyes closed for a moment, but you hear a voice clearing its throat awkwardly. You decide to open your eyes to see where you are. You look where you have fallen and realize that you are on a table. You fell right on top of cake, causing your entire hand and part of your knee to be stained with chocolate. Hey. You heard a voice behind you, and reflexively, you turn to see who it is. In front of you is a man who looks back at you in amazement, and before you can ask what's going on, he interrupts you. You shouldn't be here. You've got to be kidding me. Should I keep rereading this? So far it hasn't been different. We'll keep going to the next choice, since I literally just read all of this. Let's try and escape, see what happens. I'm just going to choose all the opposite options I did. The instinct to flee and run kicks in, and taking advantage of the man's distraction, your legs start moving. Without waiting for the man to react, you run to the door in the front of you. It's open. You arrive at what appears to be the main entrance, and as you run, you feel like no one is chasing you. Looking back, you don't see the man behind you. That's not a good sign. You look ahead again, and the man appears in front of you as if he had teleported. I'm sorry, I can't let you leave the domain. You feel him push you to the ground, and you fall with him on top. His left hand travels to your neck, while the other slowly places itself on your heart. His hand pierces your ribcage easily, breaking your bones and organs. Oof. The last thing you see is how the man examines you closely. Your vision begins to blur. No! Another bad end! God dang it. Okay, hold on. Load. So we can get back that. Alright, open them. Okay. Damn, Leah. I know! I have no guide. I have no guide. Actually, is there a guide? Hold up. To eat a god guide. I don't really see... There's a wiki. But I don't really see an option for a guide. By the way, there's 3 love interests, and we haven't even... he's one of them. We haven't even met the others. I keep dying. Okay, well, there's no guide, so I'm literally gonna have to keep clicking until we... till we do this. Alright, let's try this. Ask what's going on. Leah. Keep looking. Explain. You feel Nula pull your hand, bringing your body closer to him. Instantly, his other hand begins to squeeze your neck, blocking the entry of air into your lungs. He goes, I see you. Before your vision completely blurs, he lets go. He says we're a puppet. Upper plane. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna get the bad end again! What? How do I... I know there's more to this game. What? I feel like there's no way to get through this. Hold up. What? Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think there is a... Hold up. How do I... I've tried every option. Let's see. I don't need that. Okay. I'm gonna try this again. We're opening our eyes. Okay. Oh, wait. You know what we haven't done? Hold on. We'll do this. We're not going to escape. So, Leah. Okay. We didn't, look away. Maybe that will be the key difference. Your eyes travel to where your hands are connected. You are the first to let go, causing Nula to snicker. I guess Mother gave you life and didn't explain anything to you. How negligent on her part. You'll have to help in the hotel today. Okay, we made it! We made it! Hold on, let me save. Let me save. I was like, I did every choice. No, I didn't. I guess being bold and staring at someone's not good. Alright, you will serve as a waiter in the dining room. Some symbols are coming to my hotel today because they have a meeting. If you serve them well, maybe they will take you as an apprentice. But now you're just a toy, so be careful. The entity that calls himself Nula touches your forehead, and you feel invisible hands grab your limbs to push you down once more. And with this, the floor swallows you in total blackness. Don't be scared, he says. We'll arrive at our destination soon. Despite not seeing anything, you feel like you're floating in the void. Out of nowhere, a strange pressure is exerted on your body, giving you the sensation that you're falling. And sure enough, you fall on your hands on a cold floor. You look around and the place has changed. You no longer find yourself in the same kitchen as before. Now it is a larger one, similar to the kitchens that are in restaurants. We have arrived, says Nula. You look up to find Nula who is standing next to you, but he doesn't look at you. Beyond, near the knives, there's a strange-looking person. Nula looks at him. Hey, Fames! Oh, hello! The strange-looking man jumps upon hearing Nula. When you look more closely, you realize that he's wearing a mask that prevents you from seeing his features. Mr. Nula, I thought you wouldn't come today, says Fames. He doesn't sound very happy with Nula's arrival. I had a little problem, he replies. Does it have to do with the smelly creature next to you? Hey! Hey, hey! Rude. Ass Fames. Smelly? You tilt your head slightly to verify a statement, finding that you don't even smell. Like anything at all. Something like that, Nula replies. Mr. Nula. That thing smells like a human! I have to return them to the warehouse. You should check your sense of smell, Fames. It's getting worse, Nula replies. This is the new toy that Mother has sent to entertain the symbols. But the last one was completely broken by Quinique. I thought you and Mother had agreed that no more would be made. That was because Quinique is an animal. He doesn't take care of things. But I guess Mother can't leave Septim without his weekly meal. It's obvious you're burned by the favoritism, goes Fames. In a way, you feel like you're the third wheel in the conversation. It's not like you have much to contribute either. Anyway, I have faith in this creation. There's something different about it. Different from the others. The only difference is that it reeks of human. Maybe the 7 of them will like that, Fames replies. Fames leaves to go and search for a plate. When he returns, you can appreciate what is there. Nula does the same from his side. It's meat. Nula looks at Fames with a smug face. If you allow them to attend to the symbols, maybe you'll save some of your employees from losing their lives. Lately, the symbols have been very displeased. Okay, you win, says Fames. Now please stop interrupting my work. Nula detaches himself from Fames and begins to walk towards the door that appears to be the exit from the kitchen. I'll see you later. You were in charge of Fames. Adios. What an idiot, says Fames. Fine, I need you to attend the symbols that will be arriving shortly. Meanwhile, prepare the table for them. Fames shows you the table where the symbols will sit and explains that they're separated from the normal public because they have important topics to discuss amongst themselves. Fames has also instructed you that the food must be set on the table before they arrive. You are now unsupervised. Do what they ask you. You shouldn't risk escaping. It's better to do what they ask for and act normally. You set the table very carefully. From time to time, Fames passes by in order to inspect how it's going for you. Once he considers that you've finished setting the table, he calls you to the kitchen. He explains that you have to place the starter dishes and then wait for the symbols to arrive. While Fames prepares the dishes, he informs you that only 5 of the symbols are coming today. Each one has an intimidating aura, and all are very prone to responding immeasurably to his workers if they don't like something. So I have to see. I have a feeling I will have to scum save a shit ton. That will probably be the best move. Especially Unum. He has those 2 eyes that follow you everywhere. I heard that he took those eyes from Quator in a fight. I hate that brat. Once Fames finishes preparing the starters, he leaves them on the counter and reluctantly wishes you good luck. There are 5 dishes, but due to your lack of extra hands, you only take 2. A plate on each side. You walk the same route you've been taking, but upon approaching this table, you see that something isn't right. It is not empty. Hey! From the shock, you almost dropped your plates. There are 2 people comfortably sitting at the table that's supposed to be for the symbols. They gaze at you. The blonde with the ridiculous crown looks at you expectantly, while the redhead smiles at you from ear to ear. So, these are the other love interests. It'll be fun. I've heard good things about both of them. I've heard both are crazy. Everyone in this game is crazy, but it'll be fun. His teeth remind you of sharks. There's a moment in which none of the 3 of you takes the initiative or reacts, but they don't appear nervous. What's more, they're waiting for your reactions so they continue with their business. We can introduce ourselves, introduce yourself as the player, ask them to leave. What does it mean to introduce yourself as the player? I'm obviously not going to ask them to leave because I feel like that will just kill me. They're obviously symbols. So, I'm just going to introduce myself normally. You suppose these must be the symbols that Nula and Thames have been talking about. In a way, it's difficult for you to imagine that they could take the life of a worker, since they look rather friendly. So not to tempt fate by making them wait, you decide to present yourself. My name is Leah. I will be assisting you today. The redhead glances at the blonde with a toothy smile, but the blonde only looks at you. In a certain way, it makes you feel nervous in your stomach. Hey, Septim. This is not a worker. Could it be Mother's gift? What is with that blush, young man? It's similar to the previous one, but better. The eyes. It's the eyes they have, and the smell they emanate. Wow. It looks like Mother is making them similar to humans now. Indeed, I'm assuming Septim replies. You don't know how to answer that, so you decide to look beyond the table, and you realize that Nula is watching you with an intense gaze. Can I be the first to use them? We must wait for the others, Septim replies. They said they'd be late because Quinque was throwing a tantrum. We have to wait at least an hour. There was an awkward silence before the blonde breaks it. Between you and Quinque, I don't know who is worse. The redhead narrows his eyes, looking at the blonde with anger, but doesn't say or refute anything. Instead, he chooses to look at you, and crossing his arms, he says, we can make the most of our time and start, so when the others arrive, we'll already be ready. Girl, put the food down and go get the others. Why are we just standing here holding these 2 plates? Besides, the redhead continues, I never get the essence, only the trashy parts. What would I gain if we started earlier? Asks the blonde. You always complain that they break it too quickly, and besides, the time you take when it's your turn is eternal. Quator said it's because you like to talk to the gift before devouring its essence. You're very strange. That's none of your business, retorts the blonde. You wouldn't understand it anyway. I know, goes the redhead. How about we make the most of our time and do that thing you do with the gift? Talk? Talk to the gift. We would have to seal the table, the blonde replies. Call Nula to do it. Nula. In the blink of an eye, Nula materializes next to you with his gaze fixed on the blonde. His Holiness Septim. The tone used by Nula to the blonde Septim was a totally surly one. As if he had an aversion just to naming the blonde's title. Need something? He asks. I want you to seal the table for a while. Hey, but I don't want you listening in to what I talk about with the gift, the redhead responds. I want privacy. I just imagine a foot stamp right there. And what do you propose? He asks. You could let the gift choose and summon one of your names. You assume they're talking about you. You look directly into Nula's eyes and feel how he stares at you, implicitly commanding you not to refuse. Oh, we've never done this before. Sounds interesting. Well, who do you choose? Asked Septim. I'm guessing Unum is the redhead. Decisions. I know I did read while I was trying to figure out how to not get abandoned in the first 2 seconds of the game that Nula, you had to choose a specific choice to get his route, which we did not do. So we have to choose either the blondie or the redhead. The redhead scares me, but the blondie probably also is going to scare me later. He seems too put together. There's something lurking underneath that. So do we want controlled crazy or outright unhinged crazy? That is the question. Maybe, well, today was an unhinged night with Delicious Date, so why don't we continue that with Unum? Thank you for the hydrate. Let me take my sippies. I hope you're doing well, Anxious. How's your day been? Happy Friday Eve. It's actually my Friday. I am off tomorrow. I'm going to Game On Expo. I'm hype. Going good, just got off work. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you're finally free, and I hope it was a good shift. Got some ASMR right here. I did my nails for tomorrow. I'm going to look so great. But so we started off with we got spring snow. Nice. I will say, as much as I hate the summers here, I love that we don't have snow. I am not a I like the idea of snow more than I actually like snow. Like, I wish I could be as delusional as Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls when she goes, I smell snow, and she's in love with snow and it thinks it's the most magical thing on the planet. I'm like, I wish I could brainwash myself that way. Make life so much easier. But yeah, we started off with a game called Delicious Date, which was super short. I knew it was going to be short, but I didn't realize it was going to be that short. It was really good. I convinced a monster to not eat me. And I don't mean like the fun kind of eating. I mean the, you know, kill me eating. But the love ending was that basically he just said, I'll keep you around for now. But the moment you get boring, I'll eat you. And I'm like, great. Sounds good, bro. And then because it was so short, I was like, let's just switch to another crazy visual novel. And this is called To Eat a God. And I've died twice already. Rip. I know, right? I've died twice. I've died actually like 2 or 3 times in this game already. So I am scum saving now because apparently dying is super easy. And now we're picking our route. Either between a crazy redhead or a deceptively chill blondie. I'm going for the crazy redhead because I said tonight was going to be unhinged. I've decided to make unhinged decisions, but I guess I can't make unhinged decisions here because otherwise I die. But we'll just play an unhinged game instead. I hate the snow, but it's fine. I grew up with it. I grew up with snow too. I think I've told you. I've probably said it. I used to live in New York, so I grew up with snow. I don't like the cold. I get cold easily. It's hard for me to warm up. Like, I'm not a fan. But with how crazy it is getting here, I might have to move to a place that does have snow. Because apparently the heat fries people's brains. Can't choose another warm state. But that's a long way off because I definitely can't afford to move that far. He does do that. Me, I feel like the cold makes me slower. Like, I go to hibernation mode. It makes me, like, sleepy. Like, the cold does. The cold makes me sleepy, lethargic. Like, I don't want to move. It makes my brain not process that quickly. Like, what heat does to most people, that's what, like, that's what the cold does to me. Can't fry what I never had. Cece. Please. Honestly, though, fair. A mysterious voice goes, well, you've done well. Now comes the hard part. If you want to survive by the time the meeting begins, you must get yourself accepted as an apprentice. Otherwise, your puppet's body will be devoured. Oh, right. We're in a puppet. I don't know who for. It's very mysterious. Basically, a mysterious voice is like controlling us and wanting us to infiltrate this place. I don't know our true purpose at all. I'm going to save again. I'm literally going to scum save. Like, thank God we have all of these empty slots because I am scum saving the shit out of this game. I've already died I've died so many times already. I'm not fucking around. I almost forgot to tell you my name, says the redhead. The name's Unum. Nula, you can seal the table now, says Septim, the blondie. In a matter of seconds, Septim and Nula disappear from sight, leaving you with only Unum at the table. Also, I'm probably mispronouncing names. I am so sorry in advance. He gestures to you, indicating that you can take a seat in front of him. You should think about it a little. Obey and sit down. Don't sit and escape. Ask for what he wants. We're not escaping. I learned my lesson. I die. We'll obey. Okay, you don't really want to die. Call it instinct or whatever, but you're not going to sit idly by and wait for your end to come. And if licking this clown's boots will give you the chance to get out, then you'll take it. You could be in a worse situation, so sitting for a while wouldn't hurt. After all, your legs ache a little from walking around so much. You sit down in front of Unum, who smiles at you from ear to ear, happy that you listen to him without much complaint. When you settle on the chair, you realize, well, you're not sure what to do or say, or what not to say. So you have 3 options. Oh god. Wait for him to break the ice, beg for your life, start yapping. I guess wait for him? I don't know what to yap about. I can't... I was about to say, I can't, like, yap on performance, and then I'm like, I literally stream 2 to 3 times a week. Of course I yap in a performance style. Oh my gosh. You think it's the safest thing to do, to wait for him to start the conversation. But you're afraid he won't like this. Although you can't think of a way of what to say anyway, so you accept your fate, whatever it may be. Unum waits a long time before speaking, deciding to start cutting the piece of meat that you brought earlier. Slowly, he brings it to his mouth. Be my test subject. You have no choice but to accept being his test subject, but you don't know whether to trust him or not. So far, he's done nothing but take everything lightly. What guarantees do you have that he's not deceiving you? Do you accept? I need you to respond quickly before Septim asks to remove the seal. If you accept, I'll take you to my domain. Hee hee. Sure, why not? Cut me open, babe. Alright, I'll go with you, I reply. And he laughs panically. I promise not to break you too quickly. Oh god. You really have no idea what the hell you've gotten yourself into. Maybe Septim would have been the better choice. Alright, when Nula removes the seal, you must stay completely still. You nod your head. Not even 3 seconds pass when you feel a strange pressure in your body. You assume it must be Nula. Nula and Septim materialize right where you last saw them. Nula standing next to the table, and Septim sitting beside Unum. As if they have always been there. Wow, I didn't think the gift would come out in one piece. Congrat... Septim is interrupted by Unum, who lunges at you. If it weren't for Unum's speed, you surely would have moved to avoid him. But since your reflexes are slow in comparison, you remain still as stone. Unum's arms wrap around you, taking your breath away with how tightly he's squeezing you. What the... Suddenly, you stop hearing Septim's voice and the ambient noise of the dining room. Did I die? Hold up. The sensation of hands caressing your face invites you to leave your subconscious. You try to open your eyes, but the light of the place is preventing you. It's bothersome. You don't know how long you've been unconscious. You feel the same hands giving you gentle pats on the cheeks, each one getting rougher as the seconds pass. Girl, we better wake the fuck up before this guy bitch slaps us. One strong enough to hurt makes you scream. Too late. You open your eyes abruptly, and the first thing you see is Unum with his stupid grin. Stop it already! I shout. You scream with so much anger that Unum stops abruptly and looks at you with wide eyes. You have pain receptors. Love how he laughs about that. Excellent. It seems the smell you emit is correct. You belong to the human race. Unum's expression shows how exalted he is, which you don't like very much because you know from your own experience that it doesn't lead to anything good. You decide it's better not to let him get more excited than necessary, so you ignore him to observe your surroundings. You find yourself in a bed spacious enough for 2 people, in a room that, to be honest, could belong to a king. The place is so immaculate that it doesn't look real. You like it? Unum asks. This will be your own room. I was thinking about it. I suppose it would be impossible to leave you in the residence of my wives. Wait, wives? Plural? They would devour you as soon as you step foot in the place. Wait, what? Wives, not just one, but more? Smash? CC. I will say I love Unum's eyes so much. You can't help but feel pity for the poor women who have this brat as their partner. I feel that he probably doesn't dedicate enough time to each of them. I love the attitude of MC. I spoke with Septim, and Nula told him that Mother will make another gift so that everyone can have their share. That means you are my property now. This is the first time I have a living human in my domain. Ask why he can't have living humans. Ask about Mother. Don't ask anything. I want to ask stuff. I don't want to be too boring for him. I've told you, y'all, I'm going to be scum saving the shit. I'm going to ask why I can't have living humans. Why can't there be living humans in your domain? I ask. Unum analyzes your face for a moment before answering, as if contemplating what kind of information he will reveal to you. Nula and Mother say that there can only be humans for our consumption. Nula excuses himself by saying he can't provide any since we can only have 6 humans each month. No more than that. That's why Mother makes a gift every Sunday, as a placebo, since human flesh is vital for our physical form, but very addictive. Why do I keep picking flesh-eating suitors? That is my theme tonight, flesh-eating suitors. I at least convinced one monster earlier to not eat me. Temporarily. You are the placebo. Although it's the first time a gift smells like a real human. I'll also ask about Mother. Who is Mother? Ha! Mother really hasn't made you like the others, Unum replies. Unum ponders before answering. Mother is the embodiment of the garden itself. All of this is Mother. He's gonna eat us. Probably! Anxious, this is the game with all the blood and gore that we were hoping from 14 Days with You. But apparently for that game, I was choosing all the wrong options. Here, maybe we'll see it. Mother takes care of us, and we keep her alive. You suppose you now understand a bit more. It's like a mutualistic relationship. Both parties benefit. Well, you must be hungry, says Unum. I read somewhere that humans have meal times and eat more than once a day. Blood and gore. Yeah, I know. This game's supposed to be out of pocket. I'm so excited. I've heard phenomenal things. So there are the chapter 2 just got released, but yeah, there are 2 chapters, and they're supposed to be long. So I'm excited. Although Septim does it all the time too, when I've been in his domain, he sits at the table in the mornings, afternoons, and nights to eat. I've asked him why he does it, but he always tells me it's none of my business. Nula also does it sometimes. Maybe that's why they are both so strong. I don't need it, but maybe I'll even try it now that you're here with me. Oh, we're gonna dine with him all the time. For some reason, it feels kind of endearing that he talks to you so freely, like an old friend. And the fact that he's been reading information about humans makes you wonder, how long has he been planning to have one? Makes you feel like a pet. I was just thinking that. I was like, wow, we sound like a pet. Makes you feel like a pet that its owner talks to after getting home from work. Walk behind me and don't stray. My wives like to come to my residence to relax. I want to meet these women. Escape seems not to be an option for now. You don't want to die trying. He leaves the bed you're in and waits for you at the door. You get up and begin to follow Unum through the hallways. You walk so close to him that you're almost tripping on his heels. You're slow to reach the desired place under a silence that is neither comfortable nor uncomfortable. Cook something for 2. You can always use whatever you like. Everything here is edible. Oh my gosh! We got a raid! Hey-yo! Welcome in! Hi! Thank you for the head pad! Hold on, let me get your shout out going. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for the shout out, Cece. Hi, Kiri. How are you? How was stream? What were you playing? How is everyone? For those who don't know me, I am...
Hey, that's it. Dishonor.
Dishonor for
on your
what?
whole family.
What did I do?
Dishonor on you. Dishonor
Wow,
on your
already
cow.
dishonored. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Hi, I'm ADHD. I'm Leatrice Kitty, your cat girl VTuber that loves dating sims and visual novels and indie games and all that good stuff. We started off playing Delicious Date, but that was very short. So we are now playing To Eat a God, which is on itch.io for free. Yes, To Eat a God. We're in the beginning of it, and I'm scum saving because I've died like 5 times already. Every time I talk about how much I've died, I just add a death that did not happen. But yeah, we're playing To Eat a God, and I chose the Unum route. Yes, I've died a couple times in this game. This is a dark visual novel. Just a heads up. You want to gobble up a god? More like they want to gobble me up, but not the fun kind of gobbling up, if you catch my drift. You finally met Caldris. Yay! How do you like him, Kiri? I think he's very cute. I adore him. I literally, last week, I played privately, and I did the Shooting Star Festival with him in his form. And it was like so romantic and cute and sweet, and I just wanted to cry. I was like close to sobbing. But before I forget, if you need a raid and run, totally cool, totally chill. Please take care of yourself. Self-care is number one. I love and miss you. But yes, we are playing a dark visual novel. That's in both English and Spanish, and it's free on itch.io. Actually, let me put the link to it, in case anyone's interested in reading about it. But it's been fun so far. I've been enjoying it, even though I have died a couple times. but we're doing better. We're supposed to be Unum's test subject. He supposedly has multiple wives, but I don't. Part of me wants to wonder if he understands what the word wife means, because he doesn't really know much about humans. Zeus, yeah, right. There's also like there's 2 other routes we could have done. This is my first time playing it ever. There was and I probably am mispronouncing names in advance. I am very bad at pronunciation, so my apologies in advance. Well, be careful, Kiri, because he told me that I have to be so I have my own special room. And the reason, even though I'm a test subject, that I have a fancy singular room is because, like, if I put you in the same residence as my wives, they'll probably tear you apart. And I'm like, great. Wonderful. I'm glad you put me here for my safety. Like, okay, like, tear me apart, like, bully me, or tear me apart, like, tear me apart my limbs. I know. There was also Septim. He was a blonde-haired character, and he seemed too chill for my liking. I mean, I like the chill type, but he seems like he's gonna pull a fast one on me. Both. Thanks, Anxious. Probably both. Probably would bully me and then tear me limb from limb. And then there was Nula, who was also cute, who's the one that killed me the first couple times because I wasn't choosing the right choices. I am scum saving. I am a scum saver. Tear me apart in a sexy way. For real. For real. Oh my god, Reaper, hold up. You know what game you need to play that I played earlier that y'all missed? Hold up. It's also free on itch.io. It's called Delicious Date, and I'll put the link in chat. But if you want to talk about being eaten, this is the game for you. This is the game for you. It's super short. There's 4 endings, but it was a lot of fun. So this is perfect. It's not graphic in any way. It's just one of those things that you're just like, I'm gonna be wild in this. No worries, Kiris. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I totally get being EP. So please get some rest. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, no. I mean, if you're into it. I just, like, I had a lot of fun with it. And again, it was super short. I think only played, like, a little less than an hour of it. But it was a lot of fun. So let me, I'm into that. I'm into a lot of weird dating sims and visual novels. So I'm also read a lot of weird books. I am pro Monster Smash. The Delicious Date's not graphic at all by any means, just very flirtatious. But reading the comments on that game was so funny. But yeah, that 50-inch. No, okay. When they say, when the author of that book is like, I could barely fit my hands around it. I'm just like, how big is it? Like, by Stanley, I can fit 2 hands around it. Like, what do you mean? That I don't get. That's Leah's thing. She plays a lot of indie and strange and silly weird visual novels dating. So thanks, Kiri. I appreciate you. Yes, I've dated mannequins. I've dated pigeons. I've dated monsters, many monsters. Um, Now apparently gods. I finally made it to god tier. finally made it to that god tier. Um, Lizards? Not yet. Not yet. I have yet to have a game that has a lizard love interest, but I'm sure I'll get there. I had someone recommend a game to romance garlic bread, but it wasn't released yet. It was like still in development. So I have that link saved though. Uh, so maybe one of these days I'll get to play that. But yes, I don't really have, not that I don't have like limits, but as long as it's fun and silly and whatever, I'm down. I'm down. I'm open to recommendations always. The last I did just finish, which I highly recommend. It's a visual novel with like a subplot of romance. It's called Penny Larceny. Gig. Hold on, let me pull the whole name up. It was a Penny Larceny gig economy supervillain where you actually play as a henchman. And you do jobs for, you know, villain masters, and you can fall in love with them if you want, or fall in love with one of the heroes. So it was pretty cool. And it's super queer, super duper queer. There's trans rep, lesbian rep, non-binary rep. It is all the rep. It's so good. Anyway, let's actually dive right into this game. I'm a yapper, by the way. I'm so sorry. I don't shut up at all. Feel free to keep talking to me though while I read out the lines. I just read it out for people that are not necessarily watching but are listening. But yeah, I'm a yapper. Like I won't stop. But actually, let me recap real quick. So in this game, we are a puppet. We were sent here by some other plane, by some otherworldly being that we don't know about. We're literally in the dark. This being is like, I created you as a puppet. You are going to this world and you have to blend in and act like you belong here. But we don't know why we have to act like we belong here. We don't know the end goal. Basically, we're a spy of some sorts, I guess. And we gotta try not to die, which I've already done a few times, hence the scum saving. So I chose Unum's route, and I am his test subject. That's why he decided to keep me alive. I don't know what he's gonna test on me or do to me. Maybe fun things, maybe not. Well, no, we'll find out. But he's like, I read up on humans, and I know you have to eat 3 times a day. So he brought me to the kitchen, and he asked to create a meal for 2 because he wants to eat with me, and he does not know how to cook. Unum goes, I'll wait for you in the dining room. Without another word, Unum disappears from the kitchen and leaves you alone. You look around as you inspect every corner of the place. There are cupboards, pantries filled with food, and a refrigerator full of meat, fruits, and vegetables. You wonder why there's so much food if Unum said he doesn't need it. There's always an option to escape, and I'm literally like, why would I escape? Because 1, my job is to be there, and 2, it just gets me killed. I do remember someone played a game where henchman who was a masochist fall in love with the male villain who's very cruel. Interesting. I wonder what game is that one. Fascinating. I mean, this game is kind of dark. There's a yandere vibe. I don't know if they're all yanderes. I do know the blondie is one. The blondie was what caught my eye for this game on TikTok. I don't remember the game name. That's cool. It's all good. I'm sure I'll come across it one day. I'm always on the hunt for more visual novels. I just love them. I like the pictures and the art, and just to sit and chill and read. Especially because lately I've been like a little stressy depressy, which is okay. It's normal. Seasonal stuff. So like I've been doing more visual novels than usual just because it's like nice and chill. Even though sometimes I'm like, what the fuck did I just read? Or what choice did I make?
Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Thank you for the follow. Follows are anonymous because I love my lurkers and for safety purposes. but I appreciate you and adore you. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay. Could ask what he would like to eat, but he doesn't really eat, so I doubt he would know anything. Let's cook something simple. But before we do that, let me scum save. It's me and Mario. I appreciate you, Reaper. I just always like to be careful before I shout it out, but I appreciate the follow. You're amazing, and I adore you. Um, what type of games do y'all like to play? I'd love to learn more about you. Kiria's rated to me a few times, but it's been a while, and I'm sorry to say my memory is absolute shit. FPS, mostly FPS. Um, I'm sorry. I don't know what that acronym means. If you don't mind explaining it. I'm not that. I'm like a little dumb when it comes to gaming, but I love it. I enjoy it. I actually just blot words. I can speak. First player shooter. Ah, got you. I would love to play more shooters, to be honest, because they look like fun, but they make me extremely dizzy. Like, extremely dizzy. I have trouble with shooters. I barely could do Mass Effect. I played the whole Mass Effect series on stream. I know that's not like necessarily like the same thing, but like it was my first kind of shooting game in general. Actually, that's not true. I tried Borderlands 3 that was shooting in general, and I literally almost fainted. I could not do it. It was too much for me, even when I was like lower the sensitivity and stuff, but I was like, no way. Can't do it. So I dropped Borderlands. But they always look so much fun. I would love to do more of them. What did I decide? I think I said I was gonna cook something simple because I don't know what he would like. He doesn't need sustenance, so I don't see the point of asking what he would like to eat. But I'm saving just in case he thinks I'm a bitch for not asking him. You run to the kitchen looking for ingredients to cook something simple, something to satisfy hunger. It doesn't take long to finish. You take the plates to the table and realize that unlike the rest of the place, the table is small and simple, where only 2 people can fit. You sit down once Unum places the plate in front of you. He doesn't wait to start eating, opting to swallow the food as soon as it's put on the table. He devours everything quickly, making it impossible to tell if he liked it or not, because his expression reflects nothing more than neutrality, and if the flavor or the food itself didn't interest him. You played the FPS game with motion blur effects, I see. Not very well, apparently, though. Not very well. Did not finish. Did not make it. I tried. It was fun. It just made me severely ill. Like, I would take anti-motion sickness pills or whatever, or like anti-nausea pills. Like, I have this thing called VID, which is called visually induced dizziness. So, scrolling on Netflix makes me dizzy. It's a little pathetic, but it's okay. I have fun. It's why I do a lot of visual novels, because they are much more accessible for me. But I try to expand. Monster Hunter also is a series that gets me really dizzy, but that's okay. It's all good. I did enjoy the Dragon Age games. Those didn't really make me dizzy, which is awesome. You should play games like the Walking Dead Rise or series. I'll have to check it out. I normally avoid zombies, but I don't hate them as much anymore. I'm more like immune to them. So I would like to like spread out and try other things. So maybe a Walking Dead era would be fun. I'll have to see. I'll have to look into it. I trust you, Reaper. Unum says, thanks for the meal. And that's the only feedback you get. God, you really tried hard. Sighing, you resign yourself to eating what's on your plate. You close your eyes as you put the first bite into your mouth. It's delicious. I love how we're like, we're such a good chef. You eat slowly and without rushing. Bite after bite, you take pauses to breathe. But something's nagging at you. The feeling of being watched makes your stomach turn. Your eyes travel to where Unum is sitting, and you confirm your suspicion. He's looking at you. It's fascinating, he says. Your body changes all the time. It's never the same. From your breathing to your heartbeat. You don't like the way he's looking at you or the tone of his voice at all. What do you mean? I ask. I want to know more. You hear a crash of chairs being thrown to the floor. Oh my god. That was a change of pace. You're not able to process what's happening until your back hits the wall and Unum grabs you by the collar of your clothes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is happening? Don't worry, y'all. I didn't see anything about it not being suitable for work. Let me double check before I keep clicking. If that is the case, I have a, where is it? I have this, if it's an issue. But I don't think it is. I didn't see anything about it being not suitable for work. But before we continue, let me reread this page. Okay. I see the warnings, which is descriptions of violence, description of physical harm, blood. I don't see it not suitable for work, but in the off chance we need to, you should play Reverse 1999. It's free on Steam. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Hold on, let me write that down. I will not remember if I don't write it down. Okay. Reverse. And thank you for the free recommendation. I'm all for free. I try and play a lot of free games so that way people have like accessibleness to the games I play. Reverse 1999. What's it about? Out of curiosity. I mean, I can look it up later. But love to learn more. Unum goes, you don't know how long I've waited for this opportunity. If I break your chest and remove any organ other than the heart or the brain, how long will it take for your body to shut down? Okay, good. It's not that kind of... not that kind of... I mean, it's still bad that he wants to kill us, but like... I thought for a second it was going in a much different direction that I was not prepared for. And if I remove your tongue, will you be able to keep eating or even speak? What level of damage does your body have to have in order not to be able to regenerate itself? What is the limit? You have to do something before this crazy man tears you apart. Okay, hold on, let me save. Thank God there's so many save slots. I'll probably start overwriting some, but I don't think he'd care about begging for our life. Okay, on the last day of 1999, the storm fell upon the world. You witnessed an era reverse beneath the rising raindrops, defying all reasons. What unfolds in front of you is a world of an era long past. As a timekeeper, observer of eras, you're free to travel through these eras after each storm. With the aid of Sonetto, a powerful arcanist, an ally from the Foundation, your mission is to travel through eras to where the storm is most active. Find other arcanists who can sense the coming storm and save them from being sifted out of the timeline. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I wrote it down. I'm definitely after stream. I've learned to make an after stream checklist because otherwise if I don't do that, I don't do the things I say I'm going to do on stream. So, it's on my checklist. I will download it after stream. That sounds fun. Thank you for the recommendation. I really appreciate it. Okay. So again, our options are to fight to free yourself, try to reason with him, panic and beg for your life. I don't think the first and third option are going to work because to him, we're a toy. He thinks his mother, this other god created us as a puppet. I mean, we are a puppet, but not the puppet he thinks we are. So maybe try and reason with him because I feel like if we beg, he won't like it. If we fight, he'll just be excited. We're going to try reasoning with him, but I saved just in case. Try to talk some sense into him. You tell him there are more interesting things a human can do while alive. You tell him so many things erratically that you don't even process what kind of information or data about the human body you're throwing at him. But it seems to work, because Unum just looks at you attentively. He no longer has that exalted expression from before. Without warning, Unum takes your arm with an unusual sense of delicacy. Unum looks at you, completely serious as you squirm under his grip due to the strange shift in mood. His mouth is dangerously close to your arm, so close that you can feel the heat of his lips brush against your skin. That look, LOL. I'm such a simp. Oh my god, me too, Cece. I'm just like, bro threatened to murder us, and now he's just like being sensual, and I'm just like, god damn. Never would work on me on real life. I'm telling you that right now. I am a weirdo, but I'm not. I understand this is fiction, and I'm okay with it in my fiction. Putting that out there. He is not my type IRL. Just saying. You mentally prepare yourself for him to tear off the limb with his own teeth. Una manically laughs because you do not want to hear my attempt at a villain laugh. It's not good. It's pathetic. From here, I can feel your heartbeat. Is this what they call a pulse? Awesome. Although, ugh, I don't like the substance you're releasing. Ugh, it's all over your body now. What, are we talking about sweat? Are we sweating? What substance? Just like that, Unum lets you go and you fall to the ground. You remain there, not moving a single muscle, staring at Unum in terror. Now I understand why Nula avoids stressing humans. He puts both hands on his hips and sighs. Ugh, sorry, Leah. I didn't mean to scare you. It's just that, not having eaten at the hotel, I'm really hungry. Isn't it? Oh yeah, these gods eat humans. So we apparently, I guess, make him hungry in that sense, not the fun sense. If you have seen games like Doki Doki Literature Club and the Honkai series, it's similar. I've seen, I've done Doki Doki Literature Club. I haven't done the Honkai series. Good to know it's similar. I typically, honestly, play a lot more like either mystery or fuzzy dating sims. If I do a dating sim, I mean, I've done visual novels without romance. It's rare, I will be honest. But lately I've been on a dark kick, on a yandere kick, on a monster kick. So here, that's how we ended up on this game. I've been in like, you know what? The fluffy stuff isn't giving me the serotonin I need lately. So I'm like, I need to feel threatened in a game. I need the hot kind of threatened. I need the book talk kind of threatened. So Yandere Simulator might suit you. Okay, I'm writing that down too. Yandere is not typically my stereotype love interest, but I've been into it lately. Maybe it's because Caleb got released in Love and Deep Space, even though he's not my favorite. I am a Zane and Silas stan, both mommy and daddy. They're mine. Someone actually I actually, you know what? I'm not going to say too much, but someone apparently created a fan game for Silas. It's on itch.io. It's free. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get it taken down, but it was a free game this person created, and I was just like, download. So I haven't played that yet. I got to. Play it? Sorry, I short-circuited for a second. Don't mind me. That happens sometimes. Not suitable for work? Is it? Oh, are you talking about the game I just said for the Love and Deep Space fan game, or a different one? I know the Love and Deep Space like fan game, the Silas fan game that this person created. It's suitable for work, the free version, but on Patreon they have a paid version, like that you when you subscribe to their Patreon, there is a not suitable for work version. There's 18+ scenes. Yeah, the fan game. Okay, good. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, the Patreon has the 18+ not suitable for work scenes, but the creator, the artist and creator, they said they recommend playing the safe for work version first to make sure your computer can run the game, and then they were like, come join my Patreon after and you get the 18+ version. I don't think I'll play it. I don't think I'll stream it though, because again, I don't want to bring too much attention to the game, because I don't want it taken down, because like I feel like it would be technically copyright infringement, even though it is like a fan fiction, but like a game. I mean, they're not making money off it because it's free. But like, I'm trying to be careful because I don't want it taken away and the author and the creator hurt. So, but if you want the link to it, Reaper, just DM me on Discord or Blue Sky or even on Twitch, and I'll give you the link to it. And if you're interested in playing it, I just won't stream it because gotta be safe. It's like one of those things where you're like trying to read like a pirated web comic and everyone's like asking for the link, but you're like, no, you don't send links or share links because that's how it gets taken down. I don't want this game taken down because it looks really good. I've seen like little clips of it. I don't think I read this line. You'll hear me be like, did I read this? I don't know if I read this. I'm just gonna read it anyway. That's my go-to. So we got, he doesn't have to say it explicitly for you to know that he means he couldn't eat you in the hotel. And you assume that he couldn't eat the replacement the mother gave to the others, probably because he was staying here with you. I've been waiting for more than a week for the placebo, and there are 14 days until the next candle festival. Are you still hungry? I ask. But you just ate. He just ate something. How could he be hungry? Ah, the food I have doesn't take away my hunger, nor does it taste like anything. Ah, that makes sense. Ah, yes, thank you, Reaper, for doing that. My bad for... I should have been like, when I mentioned my Discord, I should have done it. Yeah, feel free all to join my Discord. I recently just had a game night, a Discord exclusive game night. I do giveaways in there all the time. For Valentine's Day, I did a handmade crochet heart keychain giveaway. I'm planning a movie night eventually. I just needed to get through the next 2 weeks, and then I'm planning a Miyazaki movie night. We're gonna watch Ponyo. So I plan some fun things in the Discord, and there's different channels to hang out. I'm mostly in the dating sim channel because I'm predictable, but we have fun there. Oh, and pets. I post about my pets all the time, which I'm surprised neither of them harass me. Usually I have 2 cats, Kai and Lua. Don't play Yandere Simulator. It's banned on Twitch. Good to know. I probably I don't know if I was gonna... Good for the warning. I was not thinking that far ahead, but now that I know, I won't. I hear people Twitch Prime. There's a kiss at the end of this game. LOJK. You're funny, Cece. What was I saying? I was saying something and I don't remember. Oh yeah, pets. I have 2 cats, Kai and Lua. Lua's the one that typically harasses me on stream. She likes to chew on my PC. Luckily, parts that don't actually matter. They're just kind of there for decoration, but I still don't want her in the habit of chewing on computer parts, if you catch my drift. So you'll hear me go, Lou, Lua, Lou. Girl, get off the desk. Things like that. She also loves to be held like a baby while I stream. So that's why I also do visual novels, because I like to, I can do it one-handed. So, and then Kai doesn't typically bother me during, oh my God. Sorry. I looked down and there was Lewis staring at me and it made me jump. I got scared. Hi, Lou. Oh my God. If you see my model wig out, it's because her tail is in front of the camera. So yeah, if my model wigs out, it's Lewis' fault. I feel like I should link the Steam link in Discord for Reverse 1999. If you, I can definitely look it up, but if you don't mind, Reaper, that would be very nice. Feel free to post it in Games Galore. And I would greatly appreciate it. You're a doll. I adore you. Thank you. Hi, baby girl. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. They're loving. I did my nails. I did some press-ons, and they're longer than my normal nails. And both of my cats are loving it. They want the scritches. Oh, baby. Can you lay down? Oh, last stream on Tuesday, Lua walked all over my keyboard and gave me the dumb bitch post-it on my model, and I kept it there the whole day because I guess Lua was trying to tell me something. All right, baby girl, can you lay down? Yeah? No? You don't want to listen to mommy, huh? Okay, well, be good. Please. I'm begging. I'm begging thee. No. Lou? Lou? Okay. Okay. We're good. For now. Unum, noticing the way you were silently asking the reason why he has food in his kitchen, clears his throat before responding with some shame. My wives, on the other hand, like to cook, and I like to watch them do it. So, I'm not complaining. Okay, that's sweet of him. That's sweet. Oh yeah, you can do Game Rex too. I forgot I had that channel. You can do, yeah, you can do Games Galore or Games Rex, whatever is your preference. I'm fine with either. I had it separate but I probably could merge those channels. But yes, I appreciate it. I appreciate you asking. Let me wave to say hi to you. While Unum speaks, you try to calm your nerves. Clearly, the deity in front of you is unstable, or at least he becomes so when exalted. Oh wait, deity! I have a deity command that I love that I always forget. I always forget about my commands. Well, I'm offended. My own goddamn command. That's rude. Well, I'm not doing any more commands. Okay. Moving on. Says apparently I'm the deity of mommy issues. Which, honestly, fair. I think I have all the issues. IRL. Let's be real. But you have no choice but to continue and adapt to survive. We continue. Since escape is not an option at this point. Although you would like to know what your true purpose is here. About becoming your test subject. We can talk about it tomorrow, Unum interrupts. No. Oh, we bold. You say firmly. You want to know if being his test subject will allow you to survive at the cost of your physical or mental health. In that case, you really hope that he just kills you once and for all. Then you can try to survive again with Septim or Nula. I wonder why his name is like that. I probably should save his route for last if I decide to replay this, which I probably will. If I become your test subject, I need to know in advance what tests you will do. Oh, he seems uncomfortable. I read that humans can create something similar to what the creator made, but different. No fucking way. No. Oh my god. Cece, I know. That's what I was thinking. I am child free, sir. Child free. I had the surgery for it. I'm like covering myself. Also, Reaper, that's so fucking funny. As your father, jeez Louise. The 8-ball says yesterday would have been a yes, but today it's a yep. Okay. Thank you for the head pat, Sinister. God, are we gonna have a child with this? Well, your wives like this. Also, look at the painting in the background. I just noticed that. I love how he's so awkward about it, though. Yeah, I don't know how that sent automatically, because I didn't type that. I'll have to look into why my thing says I typed something. But yeah, hot damn. Oh my god. Unum, don't beat around the bush. He goes, it's something progressive. That doesn't go from nothing to everything instantly. You try to understand what he means, but nothing comes to mind because his explanation is somewhat vague. MC, are you for real? Chat and I all got what you meant, what he meant. We got what he was putting down. You didn't even ask a question, Cece. Signs point to yes. I don't know why it's doing it twice. I only have the command set up in Stream Elements, so I don't know why it's happening in like Autobot for like or like happening in Twitch. That's so weird. I'll have to look into that. I wonder if I should turn it off in Stream Elements and see what happens, because I don't have any other bot. Holy shit, you're a ghost. Apparently there's another Leatrice impersonating me. No wonder we're besties, Cece. Holy shit. I got the mommy issues, you got the daddy issues. Let's go. Love this rodeo. Oh my god. No wonder we're two halves of a whole. Oh my god. Shaking my damn head. These... Not that whole, CC. You know what I meant. God damn. Thank you for the link, Reaper. I just saw it in Discord, so I will click on that later. You're painting a picture of us, CC. Remember that. I'm teasing. It's fine. We are wild here. We are chaotic. I adore it. We are 18 plus here for a reason. Should have said that when I introduced myself. You're not 18. You probably should leave. I appreciate you and love you anyway, but this is not the place to be a child. Unum, noticing your silence, looks away, and you realize his ears are red. You doubt it's from rage. Let's talk tomorrow. I will close the residence so that no one can enter. Why doesn't he have a child with his wives? How many wives does he have? I want to know. I want to meet them. I probably don't want to, but I want to meet them. I'm curious. Unum continues, you're free to roam the place and do as you please. With that, Unum leaves you, disappearing from sight. Wow, he wanted to kill us and then was like, actually, how about you make a baby instead? But for some reason, that goes over our head. Maybe about 1,000. Maybe. Blind karaoke, I love that. Have you ever done blind karaoke, Anxious? You can work with that? Yeah. I did it once with Cece and I was very, very bad at it. I'm not good at that shit. I'm not good at recognizing music. You should, it's fun. Ah, yes, deity of K-pop. Love it. Absolutely love it. I was actually listening to my ultimate K-pop list all day today. But Anxious, you should totally, if you have the chance, you should definitely play some because it is entertaining as fuck. Even without I was bad at it. Because I did not get a single song. I think I got one. I got a Justin Bieber song. You don't even listen to K-pop? No. Oh no. Well, actually, no, that's good. You can, from a neutral standpoint, make the industry better as an outsider. I need more booze to get me to sing. Lots of booze. That's fair. I think one of us was high when we did it. Yeah, for real. I get it. But it is fun. I will say that. And you don't need to go anywhere specific. Just do it in your own living room. True faxstone printer. Yeah. With that, Unum leaves you, disappearing from sight. We can explore or go to our room. I don't think I really need to save for this, but we're going to anyway, because again, I've already died way too many this time. Sigma Riz. So but I want to explore. I mean, you said we could. Let's, investigate the rooms. Many of the rooms inside the residence are locked. What do you mean we can explore then? What's the fucking point? No matter how hard you try, you can't open their doors. Although there are some that are open, they don't have anything interesting inside. You feel that at any moment, you'll reach the room where Unum is, but this one looks different from the others. But when you try to open it, nothing happens. I have a feeling the baby will be Ohio final boss. Maybe. I mean, it's gonna be like a... I mean, will Unum be the father? Will he sire the child? I don't know if he's gonna have us do it with someone else or with him. If we do it, it'll be like a half human, half god baby. It will be like, what's the word? Like, there's a word. There's a specific word for this, and I can't recall it in this moment in time. But interesting. I am curious how this is gonna go. I'm glad I chose this route first. It's gonna be the most chaotic. You can't go in. We already investigated the room, so walk the halls. You walk through all the hallways that are available in the residence. There are a few windows, but no possibility of going out of them because they are barred. Huh. Lovely. The hallways are full of paintings that focus on showing the human figure and their everyday life. Baby with an aura of God, face of human. Yeah. You know what it'll be for those Dragon Age fans? And spoilers if you haven't played Dragon Age, so close your ears for a second. It's the baby we have is gonna be like Morrigan's demon god baby that we never saw again after after Origins. That's what it's gonna be like. Him. If you were in a museum, it would be very interesting, but now it just makes you uncomfortable. So you focus on looking at everything but the paintings. I suppose so, yeah. For example, the doors. Many of the doors are blocked, so you can't venture beyond the hallways. I guess I can find something to defend myself. I'm not escaping. It should be fine. You already have something in mind that could be used to attack Unum. You go back to the kitchen and look around the place for knives. Once you find them, you choose the biggest and sharpest one. And you keep it inside your clothes. You hope it can work against Unum. Alright. We exhausted our options. You decide it's time to call it a day. Resting in the room Unum gave you doesn't seem like a bad idea. Tomorrow will be a new day. You lie in bed and try to fall asleep. It takes you a little, but in the end, you manage to fall asleep. The people who have been through the Nokia era, don't get me started. My dad loved Nokia, was so upset when they like stopped being a thing. It was that and like oh my god, Blackberries and oh my god and do you remember the phones with the quartz keyboard instead of the keypad? Yes. I never had one, but I do remember those. Remember like slide phones? I had this cute little neon green slide phone. Flip phones are coming back in style. There are some, but I do kind of miss my flip phone too. I like the flip, I really want the flip phone, the Samsung one, the Galaxy, but I'm waiting a couple more years because they slowly are getting the kinks out for the screen because the screens don't last that long. But I want a flip phone again. I used to use a slide phone. Yeah, same. I loved my slide phone because it was just like, it was like a little keypad. It was so nice and easy. I would love a slide phone to come back. That's what I really want, not a flip phone. I don't trust the smart flip phone one. It's gotten better. I've been following the Reddits and stuff and articles, and people have said the screen life has improved a lot. The problem is like there's a line starts to form in the screen where the crease is, which makes sense. I don't know why they had to do a continuous screen and not just like split it up. I wouldn't mind that if it makes the screen last longer. If like it was just like two like half of a screen, but yeah, that's why I don't want one. Yeah, that's fair. I want one eventually once they finally do more technology behind it, or if they ever get me a slide like phone back. I would mess with the screen too much. I just want a phone that fits in a purse now, like a small purse. Because if I go out for drinks, I don't want a big purse. But my phone, I have the Galaxy F21e Plus, whatever. I don't fucking know. And honestly, it's still a little big. It doesn't fit in my smaller purses. And so, like, I just want a smaller phone. Like, a flip phone would be nice because it would fit in a small purse and I won't have to be like, no phone. Because I would put it in my pockets, but most women clothes don't have pockets, so I am fucked either way. Android users rise up. I see what you mean, Reaper, because people like to follow iPhone or like Apple for trends. I hate iPhones. No offense if you like iPhones. Like, if you like iPhones, I don't think any other way. You do you. I don't give a fuck. It's not my life. But I hate Apple and iPhones. I find them to be a pain. I'm a huge, like, Galaxy, Android, Samsung user. Me too. Hate it. Yeah. Like, my sister, though, loves it. My sister's obsessed with iPhones, and I'm just like, please. I actually I'm forced to use an iPhone for work. Like, my company phone is an iPhone, and I have to use an iPad for my job, and I hate every second of it because it's just so annoying. But luckily, My work phone's kind of redundant. No one really calls me on it except for my boss. I hand out my number to my clients, my contacts, but they never call me. They just email or text me, which is also great. I actually would prefer that. Speaking to the heavens, don't let my offices call me. Have them text me. I want to get a Sony Xperia Mark V for the camera. Ooh, yeah. I will say that's the one thing iPhone did better for the longest time was the camera. My camera's pretty good on my current phone. Like, I'm very impressed by it because for the longest time, the cameras on Android were not it. iPhone was so much better. I don't know if it fully compares now, but they definitely improved some. But yeah, I definitely think camera on a phone is very important because since I don't use a professional camera, it'd be nice for my phone to like have that upgrade. I continue. We do not dream anything throughout the night, which is probably a good thing. I'd rather not dream than risk having a nightmare. Oh my god. Your eyes feel heavy when you open them. You feel like you haven't been able to rest at all. Not at all. You're finally awake. Oh, he didn't bitch slap us awake this time. Yay! We are one step closer. You're finally awake, says Unum. Your eyes focus upon hearing his voice. And you find him sitting on the edge of the bed, staring at you with wide eyes. Did he make us food? I love the question mark of whatever the fuck he made. Slap you awake with what, though? His hand. He just like, so like the first time we woke up, because we passed out when we first agreed to be his test subject, and we weren't waking up fast enough. Yeah, it was a hand. And then he like bitch slapped us with his hand. And then he's like, oh, wait, you feel pain? And I'm like, of course I feel pain. And he's like, I'm used to the puppets not feeling pain. And I'm like, god damn. Okay. So I guess now that he knows we feel pain, he did not wake us up rudely this time. Also, that's my cooking right there. I mean, I'm not my cooking won't kill you. My cooking is so average. I will say that. I'm not that good of a cook. I can do a good Italian sauce. I grew up Italian. My sauce is my family's recipe. I can do a good sauce. I can do a good baked ziti. Like, I like marinate my sauce. I make it simmer for like minimum 2 hours. Like, anything else though, don't ask me to cook a steak. I can cook chicken. That's the one thing I'm confident about. I'm not confident cooking beef for whatever reason. I know most people it's the opposite. Beef scares me. Like, steak terrifies me, but I can do chicken. Chicken's very easy for me. But like, my cooking's like okay. Like, I rather do dishes than cook. And I hate dishes. It's like my least favorite chore. I rather do anything else but dishes. But except for cooking. But I do all the cooking, so gotta settle for my mediocre food. You can cook maybe? What constitutes as maybe? What are your limitations, Reaper? But it's sweet that Unum cooked for us, and look at that bright little cute face. Look at how happy he looks that he cooked for us. And you know what? Sure, I'll eat it. My taste buds. Yeah, I tend to like either over season or under season. Because either I under season because I'm too nervous I'm gonna mess up the seasoning, or I over season because I'm like, what if I under season it again and I can't get it? I can make eggs and soup. What kind of soup? Can't tell if the spices are enough or not. Yeah, for real, I'm the same way. I will say, oh, I also do make a good simple shakshuka. Like, it's probably not close to the traditional like Turkish shakshuka, but I can make a good basic shakshuka, and I'm a huge fan. Chicken noodle soup. I haven't had chicken noodle soup in forever. I'm actually not really a soup person. I will do a chicken noodle soup. He's in ramen soup, so that does not count. It counts. You can boil water. Some people can't boil water. So you know what, Anxious? Good for you. I once had a roommate that could not boil water. Like, their ADHD was worse than me. They put a pot on, and then they'd walk away, no timers, nothing. And then they'll come back, and they're like, I burnt the pot. And I'm like, babe, stop it. Pots are not cheap. They microwave the water. I wish at that point. But, Yeah. I'm also, you know what made me feel better? Have any of you ever seen the TV show Worst Cooks in America? That that show made me feel a lot better about myself. When I feel down about my cooking or down about myself in general, I watch Worst Cooks in America and then I instantly feel better. I use a kettle for tea. I used to have a kettle to like in college to easily boil water for like ramen or something when I didn't have like a kitchen and stuff. It's so convenient. I don't drink tea. I wish I liked tea. I'm not a huge tea fan. I could do like a milk tea, like a boba milk tea because it's like 90% milk and 10% tea. But I've never been too much of a tea fan. I think it's because I still haven't found the right tea. I feel like I could like it. I also don't do a lot of warm drinks. The only warm drink I do is hot chocolate. I don't even drink coffee. I think coffee's too bitter for me. But everyone says apparently I have not drunk the right coffee. But I'm not spending so much money to try and find the right coffee. Tea, though, is cheaper, and I'm happy to try and spend money to find out what tea I drink. But, yeah, no, my favorite beverages is lemonade. I'm a huge lemonade fan. I don't drink at Starbucks as often as I used to because, you know, they're horrible. But I do the dupe. I do the ocean spray, like, white cranberry and strawberry with lemonade, and I make my own refresher at home, and it's delicious. Anyway, Unum goes, I made you morning food. With a smile full of sharp teeth, Unum presents you with a tray of fruit and a poorly made copy of what you prepared yesterday. Unum looks proud to show off the breakfast, but the more you look at what he has in his hands, the more imperfections you see. You can tell he has no idea how to prepare food. At least he included an apple. We're just missing a veggie here. We got the protein, the carb. We just need a veggie, and then it's a fully balanced meal. I used to see a nutritionist because of my PCOS, and then I couldn't afford her anymore. But by that point, I pretty much knew what I needed to know. So very glad I did get to spend what little sessions I did have with her. Unum offers you the tray, and you must make a decision. I'll accept and eat it. Actually, I should save, because probably that will kill me. Just in case this food kills me. I'm so paranoid now. You don't have the heart to reject him. With fear, you prepare to eat what's on the tray. So many medical terms? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get to like macros and shit. All I know is because of my PCOS, I need more protein. I need I need gym bro level protein for my PCOS. I have to try and get at minimum 100 grams of protein per day, which is so difficult. It's really a pain in the ass. Especially because I don't drink I don't drink fish, but meant to say don't eat fish. Because a fish has like a good amount of like proteins and some other like vitamins that I hit the mic. Sorry. That my nutritionist wanted me to eat. And of course I can't eat too many eggs because high cholesterol. I got to worry about cholesterol. Even though my cholesterol is fine, I don't want to add a problem on top of my already many problems. So yeah, it's always a struggle. And I don't do yogurt. I'm not a fan of yogurt. I like the super sugary yogurt. That's not at all helpful in any way capacity. But yeah, so that's something I've been working on. But enough about me. Do you still have a monthly cycle? Not anymore because I'm on a special birth control for people with PCOS. I mean, it still does the job of no babies, but it makes me not have a period. I used to do the depot shot, but you're not supposed to be on the depot shot for super long term because it makes your bones brittle. And I was on it for over the recommended amount of time. I was on it for 3 to 4 years when you're only supposed to be on it for like 2. And so they were like, you should start taking calcium because your bones are looking a little funky. And I was like, great. So I switched to Slind. I take Slind specifically, that brand. And so it stops me from having a monthly cycle, but it has regulated a lot of my PCOS symptoms. Like, I no longer gain weight for no reason, which is amazing because, like, for a long time, I was just gaining weight randomly. And I was like, how am I gaining weight when I'm not eating anymore? I'm not eating any worse. I'm actually eating better. And I was working out more. So once I started taking the Slind, I stopped gaining the weight. I've actually lost some weight, which I'm really happy about. But for a while, I was just like gaining so much weight, like in a short amount of time, and it was freaking me out. But the Slind has calmed that part of my PCOS down. I have no period, which is nice. I'm probably gonna be on Slind the day I die, until the day I die. Um, but and I know like PCOS also affects your menopause. Like you either get it early or late. I think it's later. Like you get it even later than most people because of your PCOS. We'll see how that goes. I'm nowhere near that, thank God. But yeah, it's not a fun condition to have. So muscle mass increase and weight decrease. I mean the PCOS. Making sure I understand correctly. The PCOS did make me gain weight, but the Slind helped me like not lose it because Slind did not make me lose the weight. I just worked really hard and stopped gaining it. So the Slind helped counteract the effects of, because one of the symptoms of PCOS is weight gain. And it's really hard to lose weight when you have PCOS because your body just wants to hold on to it longer. It's great. And I didn't realize I had it for so long because I was on birth control since middle school. And then I stopped for a year because I was like, I'm child free, I'm celibate, I'm ace. I don't need to pay for birth control. And then all my symptoms started happening, and I was like, what is going on? And so finally, I went to a doctor, and they were like, they did an ultrasound. And they're like, and they did a few other tests, like hormonal tests, and they're like, yeah, looks like PCOS. And I'm like, amazing. Well, yeah, I was having really irregular periods in middle school, and the birth control just helped me regulate them, which, sign of PCOS. But when you're a child, people don't logically go to that thought process. So I was on birth control early because of my really irregular periods. So I wish I'd known sooner that that's what I had, but you know, hindsight is 2020, right? But yeah, I was only put on it early for medical reasons, not because I was getting into shit. I was not. Nowhere near. I don't even think I had any friends in middle school. But yeah, no, I was put on it early for medical reasons, and it was a good decision. Made my life so much better. I think my sister went on early too. I don't think she's not diagnosed with PCOS, but I think my parents were just like, might as well start her early in case there's any issues. Hopefully you had a good enough middle school experience. So yeah, middle school wasn't bad. I, to be honest, don't remember much of it. My memory is shit. I think that's partially from my depression, but that's another thing. But yeah, I mean, my school life wasn't all that bad. High school was pretty fine. I don't really have bad memories of high school. It was high school. It was okay. I had fun in college. I met two of my best friends that I'm still friends with today. I was just talking to one of them about how we're going on 9 years of friendship. This fall will be 9 years. I don't want to even talk about how old I am. But anyway, yeah, college was great. I mean, life has not been too bad. I'm just always someone who's stressy, depressy. But we get through it. I go to therapy. I have the little pleasures in life. I have y'all. Streaming has greatly, weirdly enough, not weirdly, but streaming has greatly improved my social skills and mental health. Like, I'm in a good spot. I mean, I have rough patches, but overall, I'm in a good spot. I have 3 best friends that I hang out with regularly. I have 2 wonderful cat children. I'm on the other side of the country from my parents. Life is good. Life is golden. I gotta fix the government. Well, we need the government to be fixed for if you're in the U.S. like me. But other than that, life's good. I'm happy. Everything happened as it was meant to happen. I'll believe in that woo-woo shit. The fruit clearly won't taste bad. What Unum cooked, however, regardless of how it tastes or looks, you're going to eat it. You try to put on your best face while you eat, but the taste of the stuff makes it difficult. I want a cat too, but cats don't want me. No, you just gotta find the right one. Every cat has a different personality. I grew up with cats. I actually named the first 2 cats we got. I convinced my sister to name them after Pokemon trainers, so they were named May and Misty. Both have passed away because they got old, but they were amazing kitties. Lua, I thought, was worried she wouldn't like me when I first adopted her. I adopted her and Kai together. They're from different litters, but they were both abandoned. And they were bonded. I was worried Lua wouldn't like me but she was also sick with a cold when I met her. So like obviously she wasn't feeling well, so she wasn't gonna be that like, affectionate. But I was still worried because she was still very shy and skittish. So I was like, oh God, I hope Lua likes me. Kai. First, we had to wrangle him away from his mother. Apparently, the people wanted to adopt him quickly because he was too attached to his mother and would not stop trying to feed from her and leave her alone, even though it was time for him to eat big boy food. Well, kitten food, but you know what I mean. No more milk, mother milk. But he did not want to let go. But he was bonded with Lua. They were besties. But the moment we got the mother and Kai separated, he latched on to me. He was so cute. I remember when I could fit both of them in the palms of my hands. And I originally didn't want kittens. My roommate at the time, because we were kind of adopting together, but they were my cats. They were like, oh, but kittens would be great. Kittens would be sweet. Oh my God, yes, mommy issues. And I'm the deity of mommy issues. Both Kai and I have mommy issues. Dear God. On both sides, yeah. But once they were separated, Kai was an absolute sweetheart. He sat directly in my lap, would not leave, purred. He was super cute. And then we brought him home. Lua instinctively knew how to use the litter box, but Kai for some reason didn't, and he went to the restroom in my roommate's bed. He was more attached to her than to me at first, but then he quickly grew to more attached to me, but that's because I was the one that cleaned his litter box and fed him. So it makes sense that I became the favorite. Thank God. Otherwise, it would have been hard separating them if my roommate wanted to keep him at the time. I don't live with that roommate anymore. They are happily in another state. So Kai left his mommy to get another mommy. Exactly. Kai was a wild child. I will say that. He's mellowed out. Lua's the wild child now. Lua was a calm kitten. The calmest of kittens. But then, as an adult, she's gotten wild. And hello, baby boy Kai. Hi, baby. You normally don't join me for stream. I'll have to post pictures of when they were kittens in the Discord later. If you want to see, feel free to join. I was looking at them the other day, and I was like, oh, my babies. I have to have... Kai is now a lovely 11 pounds. Lua's 8 pounds. She's still good. Yeah, baby. Kai just came to see the chat. He did. Kai says hello as he knocks quite literally everything off my desk. Thanks, bud. That's super helpful. Can't wait to clean that up later. Yeah, normally Kai doesn't bother me during stream. Not bother me. He can never bother. He always bothers me. He's probably like, Mommy, I want my chair. My gaming chair is his chair. He sleeps in it. It's his bed. If I'm in it too long, he'll tap my butt until I scoot forward. Because he's like, bitch, move. Lewis sleeps on top of the PC. But yeah, I'll have to post pictures when they're kittens. But I have a few pictures of them now, and mostly Lua. Kai does not like his photo taken. Lua though, always. But yeah, they're in there right now. Oh, my babies. I want a third cat, but one, my apartment complex won't allow a third cat, and two, I can't afford a third cat right now. I need either a raise or a new job with more money so I can get a third cat, and I want it to be a void cat. I'd love a void cat. I normally don't go by looks. I honestly, all my cats have been dumpster cats. But it would be nice to adopt a void kitten. I think it would be amazing. But maybe one day. One day will happen. We try to put on our best face while we eat, but the taste of the stuff makes it difficult. But you have to, because Unum looks at you with a smile from ear to ear while you're eating. He better not be allowed to cook if we become pregnant. Fucking baby will abort at the taste of it. You remain in the room for a few minutes, Unum at the foot of the bed, and you looking through the barred window. Dway came to visit, says Unum. Who the hell is Dway? You have no idea, but apparently Unum isn't capable of remaining silent for any stretch of time. He's a yapper like us, MC. It's okay. And he has the need to explain himself whenever he can. He's also not one to keep anything to himself. She passed me the leftover placebo that Mother brought to the hotel. So we'll be able to carry out the experiment without problems. What is the experiment, I ask? I want to create a hybrid, he replies. A what? You jump out of bed from the sheer bizarreness of the situation. I've read that humans go through a cycle that keeps them constantly changing, and thanks to that, they're able to produce offspring. And the result are beings that are not an exact copy of them. Unlike us. No matter how many times I try, our composition does not allow us to create descendants with our own. Then I started reading the documents that Septum has on humans. And there is a date of a birth that occurred on a Sunday. Look at him blushing while looking at us. Bro. Casually talking about wanting to get us preggers. Son of Septum and a human. Wait, Septum has a kid? I did not expect that. Unum approaches you so he can take your hands and cover them with his own, asking you to go along with it. You can't believe it. If you accept, I swear that I'll take care of you and you will live with all possible comforts. Please. My thing is, can we have children as a puppet? We've been told that we're a puppet, but we can die. We have organs. Third option, stab him. Well, we gotta save first. I'll stab. I mean, yeah, I'll stab. Well, let me save. Let me save, and then we can stab him and probably die. And then we'll go back, decline, probably die, and then we'll go back and accept. So, let's see what happens when we stab him. Warning, this probably will get violent if you don't want to see that. Feeling with your hand, you look for the knife that's kept under your clothes. Oh, shit. Sorry, I keep covering my mouth in shock, and I gotta stop doing that since the camera won't be able to track my mouth. When you feel it, you stop breathing and grab the handle of the knife and stab Unum in the head with all your strength. Ow, Lou. He stops moving, going completely still. Yeah, he's not gonna... You notice how the knife is landed perfectly on the redhead's head, even going through the skull. Unum still doesn't move, so you assume he's dead. Oh, no, he's not. You release all the breath you've been holding and try to remove the knife from Unum's lifeless body. I'd keep it in there. It's stuck. Oh? One hand covers your grip on the knife, and pulling hard, extracts it. Oh, God. Seeing Unum alive and without a trace of red at the site of the wound is a shocking image. Even more so when what emanates from the place where the knife impacted is a golden liquid. I didn't know why we thought we could kill a god. You really thought that was going to help you. Pathetic. With the same knife, Unum decides to finish you without hesitation. Masochist? Ah! It hits the same place where you attacked him, on the head. You lose your life instantly. Bad end. Don't play with knives. Alright, well, let's load. I knew we would die. What happens if we just straight up decline? I can't, I say. You say as quietly as possible, afraid of how he might react. But you won't do it. Not even because your life is at stake. He goes. His hands release yours slowly, and for a moment, Unum has a serious expression. Alright. You can't believe it. Has it worked? Will he really leave you alone? He's gonna kill us. Will you be able to get out of here then? I see I have no more reason to keep you here. And I'm not hungry anymore. You can go. Unum walks you to the front door, staying in front of you the whole time. He doesn't seem upset or anything. Wait, is he literally going to just let us go? But he also doesn't have that light attitude that he's had since you met him. It's strange to see him so calm. He opens the door for you and invites you out. Something is wrong. But you cling to the belief that you are steps away from your freedom. With your head down, you walk through the doorway. The bad music's still going. Something's gonna happen. I'm freaking out. And Unum closes the door without saying anything. Okay, now you're outside. You're about to 10 steps from the door when you fall, feeling a stabbing pain beneath your knees. You fall and roll in the grass as if it weren't for your arms. Your face would probably be scratched up. You try to stand up urgently, but the pain is so much that you can't do anything but crawl. You raise your head to understand why your legs won't respond. With terror, you realize that your legs are no longer connected to your body. You scream until your throat starts to burn. Oh my god, these are his wives. I bet you. And feminine laughter joins your screams in an almost angelic chorus. The last thing you see is how several hands are tearing you to pieces. Unum let you die. Well, good thing I'm some scum saving. All right, I guess we're having a hybrid. You don't know what you're getting into. You have no idea what the procedure will be like. But under the promise that you can live, you will do anything. Okay, let's do it, I say. He looks shocked. Unum looks at you with his mouth open, processing what just came out of your mouth. And as if a light bulb went off inside his head, Unum suddenly grabs your cheeks and crashes his mouth against yours. Oh my god. Bro wastes no time. Absolutely no time. No further discussion, nothing. He's just like, let's go. I'm going to read it. I was commenting first because I have opinions. Read it slowly. You know I've read worse than this. Are you kidding me? Please. All right. His hands begin to slowly move across your body, from your cheeks down to your hips and thighs. Oh, sorry. I have a bad habit of reacting first before I actually read the line. Unum says, I love you, which he probably doesn't mean. He probably says it because he read somewhere that's what humans say to each other when they make love. But he says, I love you. Wow. Stop, stop, stop. He's going very fast, and not to invalidate the redhead's feelings or words, but you don't think he means it. No shit. He's only known you for a few days. Make love? I mean, we have no choice because all the other options end up making us dead, Reaper. Oh, God. Unum continues, I've wanted you since I saw you at the hotel. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Damn, he's crazy. But you like that. Then suddenly, Unum stops. Ah, shit. I kind of like that expression on his face. I forgot about consent. I'm clapping right here. Look at him. He's not afraid to kill us, but he's all right with asking us for consent. All right. I think it's something important for you humans. Indeed, it is important. You have to give him points for keeping that in mind. Can we proceed? He asks. Oh, I want to ask what he means. I want to ask what he means. No, the redskin dude, he's a different route, and I've heard it's recommended, the Nula, right? You mean him? I've heard it's recommended he's last. So I decided with Unum, and then Septim will be the blondie, and then I'll do the dark-haired character. I'm gonna ask what he means because I want him to explain sex to me. You think you two are probably not thinking the same thing. So you decide to ask with some embarrassment. How would we do it? Ah, it's very easy, Unum replies. From what I read, Septim preferred to use this method. I must combine your soul with mine. That's a very different way of making a baby than I thought. Unum slowly runs his hand across his chest, and gently he removes something shiny from it. It is as words. I'm too excited. My heart is racing right now. Well, I'm too excited. Okay. It is a transparent sphere dripping with a gold-like liquid. I have to place this inside your chest and then remove it. It's my essence, so we must do it carefully, he says, smiling tenderly. It won't hurt. Use the knife to break the essence. I think we know what will happen if we do that, so we're gonna just accept. I've had enough dying today. You're sure? I ask. Oh, I didn't save. That's okay. The last option was not that far behind. Yes, I consulted with Sextem a while ago, and she said it's not dangerous because it's just a small exchange that will combine both genes to form a new one. A demigod. That's the word I was thinking of earlier that I could not think of. Descended from a symbol and a human. Although Unum's words calm you down a little, there's something that has been bothering you from the beginning. But the baby's near the belly, not... Oh, yeah, I was like... Combining souls? That doesn't sound very fun. Let me save. Oh, I did quick save. Whoops. I'm gonna say, but I can't get pregnant. Unum looks at you strangely. Is that when females carry the baby? You nod your head and Unum does nothing but laugh. Sorry, I clicked too soon, Reaper. I did the first one, though. That won't be a problem, he says. Whether you're biologically capable of carrying a baby or not, it won't matter because there's no need to use you as an oven. I like that. Okay, I'm glad to not be an incubator. An oven? Did he just compare the pregnancy process to cooking in an oven? Which I agree to that comparison. You don't know how to take that. You assume you'll just let it go because he's a totally different entity than humans. Sextem explained it to me, and it takes a long time. The offspring will be cultivated within the new essence that will be formed. It won't affect your body or mine. Love it. After saying that, Unum asks once more, and you, calmer, accept again. With the same sense of delicacy, Unum places the hand holding his essence on your chest and applies pressure. The place where he's pressing on you starts to feel hot, not to the point of burning or pain, but hot nonetheless, until something inside you opens, allowing Unum to pass through your chest. So similar to lab babies. Yeah, we're creating a lab baby right now. A magical demigod lab baby. This is a fun time. Ugh. Does it hurt? Unum asks. Oh, he asks scared. He tries to remove his hand, but you stop him. No, I respond, but it feels strange. Just a little more. Hang in there, he goes. You both remain still for a long time, and you wonder how much longer it will take for the exchange of essences to end. Meanwhile, Unum observes your features with fascination. There's a moment when you feel like your chest starts to burn. It hurts a little, but you endure it. Masochist! Apparently we are one. We're just trying to live, okay? We're not trying to meet a Reaper. There, that's it, Unum shouts. Unum removes his hand from your body with the previously gold-like colored essence now taking on another color. Unum examines it before giving you a smile that shows all his teeth. With great care, he places the essence in your hands, extracting a large part of it to form two, one gold, and the one you have in your hands, a beautiful red color. Upon observing it for a long time, you notice how there's movements within the essence. Something is forming. Unum, for his part, places his essence back in his chest for guarding it. I will place the baby in a safe room. He warns you before taking the baby from your hands and carrying them out of the room. In a way, you feel this whole situation is bizarre. Your body feels heavy, as if you had run 4 kilometers without rest. It's strange, like he's taken out part of your body, an important part. But you are complete. There is nothing missing. If you want, you can rest here for a while, says Unum. Oh, Unum says as he appears in the back in the room and settles into the bed. You decide to lie down for a while, and without realizing it, you close your eyes for a moment. Oh no. I see shaky dots. I see that you have eaten unsanctified food. Inside you, there's poison spreading little by little. Sorry, I can't control how my fruits are consumed. Unum is an idiot. You wake up suddenly, feeling a drop of cold sweat running down your neck. Oh, hello! Ahem, hi! Hot damn! Hi, Unum. Good morning. Y'all see this? I love his eyes. I want to say that right now. I know that's not the point of what we're seeing. Just want to say, yes, we certainly do. Yes. Okay. Let's continue. And the first thing you see is Unum looking at you closely, almost inspecting you. Your breathing is constant when you rest. I was expecting something a little flirty, and he's just like, good breathing. You know what? Thank you. I'm glad I breathe right. Impressive. Oh, compliments. Honestly, you'd rather him make these kinds of comments than have him freak out for 5 minutes, wanting to break you into pieces to discover how your body works. Have you been watching me while I sleep? I ask. Yes, he goes. Is it forbidden to do so? You're the god. What do you mean forbidden? Also, actually, you know what? Look all you want, babe. No, but you stop when you feel your stomach turn. Something inside you burns. You get up quickly, thinking you'll throw up. But the only thing that comes out of your mouth are red petals mixed with blood. What? You look closely at them. They seem to have a strange-looking symbol on them. What's that? Asks Unum. You don't have time to think for a moment because a coughing attack stops you. Something scratches your throat. Leah? He asks. Don't tell me you gave them food. Eliana? Asks Unum, who's blushing. Excuse you. Unum says, Eliana, I heard from Ignis and Solaris that you have been preparing food without doing the sanctification ritual. What? He asks. You have to call Sextum if you don't want things to die. But Sextum is in the church, Unum replies. You're right. What about, Quinque? He's mad at me, goes Unum. I'm sure he'll come, Ileana replies. You're not understanding anything, and your body doesn't ask for anything more than to expel what's in your throat. But even though you're coughing constantly, nothing comes out. You're choking on the petals, and you can't take it anymore. Ah, careful, shouts Eliana. The one tries to go towards you, but can't catch you when you fall from the bed to the floor. Are we gonna die? Again? Goddamn. The fall is so strong that it makes your bones ache. The air that enters your lungs is not enough to keep you conscious. You fall unconscious. You feel hands grab you by force, trying to pull you down, but something prevents you. And electricity runs through your body. Oh, hello. You open your eyes, but the light is too bright. They're going to die? Asks Unum. Unum's voice is heard in the distance. If this one dies and you blame me again, goes an unknown voice. I already apologize, goes Unum. Only because Miss Ignis told you to, responds the mysterious voice. This shouting is what brings you back to life. Thank God we didn't die. You open your eyes, and the first thing you see is an unknown entity that has one hand holding you by the shoulders, the other hand carefully touching your stomach. How the hell did they eat something unpurified? Your stomach turns again as the entity's hand gently squeezes a specific area. You can't help but drop to the ground to expel more red petals. Shit. Was it necessary to purify the food? Asked Unum. Bridge? It seems like on more than one occasion they have told you to purify the food. Why would you give me unpurified food? Smack this boy. Are you missing neurons or something? Goes the blue-haired man. Or person. Blue-haired person. We don't know their pronouns. I should not assume. Tria has said 1,000,000 times what's happening to her fruits, and you have no idea? Your wives need to eat, and you have no idea? I don't know how to cook. They're the ones who cook. Unum replies. So I didn't know that you have to purify food. You are so fucking stupid. Your eyes can't stay open. You stop listening to what's happening and fall back into a deep sleep. The increase in temperature is what wakes you up. You feel a thick drop of sweat running down your forehead. But you want to go back to sleep again. You're very tired. You should be grateful that this thing's biology and mine are very similar, says a mysterious voice. Have you done this before? asks Unum. Of course, the voice responds. I can't be everywhere at once. There's always the chance that one of my children might eat a fruit that wasn't sanctified. You open your eyes to see what's happening, but the light is too bright. Oh, Quinque, it's working! Unum says it as if he can't believe it. Quinque clicks his tongue, exasperated. Don't shout! We still need to extract the main rose! A strange sensation forms on the skin covering your abdomen. Something is pushing its way up from your stomach with urgency. It doesn't hurt, but it feels uncomfortable. Is there a rose growing in my stomach, which is why we're coughing up petals? You're gonna ruin roses for me. They're one of my favorite flowers. Oh no, I don't like this. It's like when you're a kid and like the adults joke that if you swallow a watermelon seed, it's gonna grow. You're gonna grow a watermelon in your stomach. Remember those fun lies? Those were great. Spit it out here, goes Quinque. Your vision is filled by a hand waiting with an open palm for something. And that something doesn't take long to arrive as you throw up a perfectly intact rose from your mouth. It's disgusting, but judging by Quinque's face, he doesn't think the same. In fact, he looks completely indifferent, as if he doesn't care about holding a rose covered in saliva and gastric juices. Ugh. As if he had done this countless times before. It's like he's holding his hand out to a child and goes, spit it out. He's like a parent that's like, I'm done with your shit. Quinque says, it's exactly the same. I really don't understand the difference between mine and Sextum's. Their biology is very similar. Yours don't think, says Unum. Unum replies playfully. You're the one who doesn't think, Quinque retorts. Oh. Quinque quickly stands up and grabs Unum by his clothes. The redhead just laughs, downplaying Quinque's anger. If I hear you say that one more time, I swear I'll break that hybrid you're hiding. His smile vanishes completely as he looks down at Quinque, utterly serious. Huh? And how do you know about them? Unum asks. I can hear another heartbeat besides this human's. Unum remains still, staring intently at Quinque. Whether due to the difficulty of holding his gaze against the sun or simple discomfort, Quinque clicks his tongue, letting go and pushing him away. I suppose Septum has already told you that I'll be the one making the change. Yes, Quinque replies. Then, Unum smiles again. Do you want to see them? No thanks, Quinque replies. I'll return to my domain. If you need help in any unfamiliar situation, you can call me or Sextum. We are all aware about this. Wow, that hybrid child really was found out so quickly. We just made that thing this morning. Without another word, Quinque leaves the room. Unum remains thoughtful for a moment before giving you a knowing look. Now comes the hard part. Cultivating a god. What do you mean? Isn't that how you say it? Say what? I ask. When you have to take care of something until it's ready. That's called raising? You know, parenting? Perfect. Let's raise a god. But I'm going to need your help. I still don't understand how our organic life goes through changes that allow it to grow and improve. I've never seen it for myself. So I suppose you know a little more about this. Do we? You do whatever it takes to save your skin. If that means playing happy family with the sun god, you'll do it without hesitation. I mean, it is our child. I may be child-free, but if I was having like a hybrid god baby with a god, I would be like, I'll care about my kid. I'm going to help out Unum so I can, you know, make sure my child comes out semi-normal. I mean, they're going to be a demigod, so I can't, my work won't be overreaching, but maybe they'll be like a sane demigod. You know what I mean? Like maybe I can make my child be a decent person. Like, I would like to still attempt it, especially since Unum's like, well, since you had my child, I'll protect you for the rest of your days. So I'm like, okay, I'm safe-ish. Safe adjacent. Yes, count on me. Unum smiles without showing his teeth. His expression is tender, nothing like the looks he used to give you. The day passes quickly. And incredibly, you find yourself accompanied by Unum and his wives. Even though the heat is becoming increasingly hard to bear, it's nothing that can truly hurt you. A little heat doesn't kill anyone. Right? You look around and see 3 pairs of eyes fixed on you. Eliana, Ignis, and Solaris, even though they stare at you as if they wanted to devour you, they remain quite respectful and calm, unlike Unum. Glad they're not eating me this time and taking off my legs. Unum asks his wives to show him how to purify food, because according to him, both you and the baby should eat without worrying about poisoning from Tria. You have to bring your hands together around the fruit and, says Ignis, you must sing to the essence of Tria, Solaris finishes. Without further explanation, Ignis starts singing in a language you do not understand. Both you and Unum stare in amazement as the fruit begins to glow. Then you witness a seal shattering in mid-air. Eliana says, when Tria's seal is broken, the fruit can be consumed. Maybe the little god doesn't face as mortal a risk as Leah... Sorry, let me reread this. Maybe the little god doesn't face as mortal a risk as Leah when eating unsanctified fruits, but the risk is always there. Maybe it's like us, Ignis replies. Don't assume without knowing, dears. Eliana replies. Today we'll cook, but starting tomorrow, you'll do it. You'll cook for everyone. For a moment, you think she's talking to you, but then you realize that Eliana's eyes are fixed on Unum. Hell yeah! Cook for your wives! Get to work around here, bruh. Hell yeah. Eliana, let's be besties. I'm okay with co-wiving with the 3 of you. Let's go. So pay attention, Eliana continues. After an intense cooking class, where you have to constantly redirect Unum's attention to the explanation, everyone gathers around the table to eat. Then you all begin to eat. The atmosphere is homely, even more so than your mind could imagine, and that scares you a little. Unum's wives talk a lot, too much, so much that you struggle to follow them, though Unum doesn't. He pays attention to everything they say, occasionally asking questions, but never interrupting. You're in a daze. Tomorrow we'll go with Dewey to check on Orion's belt, says Eliana. It's been a long time since you've been there, Unum replies. I don't like that Dewey refers to you by your assigned names. You're no longer her property. Oh, Solaris, I'm guessing whispers is why the font is small, says yes we are. Unum, we've already talked about this, Ignis replies. Unum lets out a sigh, clearly displeased and overwhelmed by the situation. I still don't understand how it doesn't bother you. You are free. You're no longer under anyone's command. That only applies when Dewey isn't around, Solaris replies, and we still have responsibilities. What responsibilities? But, Unum continues. Eliana interrupts. We don't mind, Unum. Eliana takes Unum's hand tenderly, caressing the back of it with her thumb. Unum, on the other hand, swallows his words, choosing not to argue any further. By the time you're finished, Unum and you clear the dishes to wash them, while the wife says their goodbyes and wish you good night. Did they have other names? Yes, he replies. Dwayne gives them names when creating them. Usually she just assigns a number, but if they're brilliant and perform well, Dwayne names them with honors. What were they called? I ask. I'm gonna mispronounce these. I'm so sorry. I'll have to look them up later. Alnatok, Alnilam, and Mintaka. They are beautiful names, but they're names that are under ownership. When they came with me, I asked them to choose their own names. I see, I say. Your name, was it imposed on you? The name you gave me when you were with Nula, does that count as imposed? You change the subject to avoid answering his question, but you don't know if Unum catches the hint or not, but he plays along. Time passes as you discuss how to sanctify food, while Unum shows you what he learned with an apple. And, incredibly, he managed to break the seal. With a smile revealing all his teeth, he offers it to you. I'll accept. I probably should have saved. I'm getting too comfortable. I'm getting too comfortable. Hi, Lulu. Welcome back. Can you lay down, though, and not... Girl, your tail. Ahem. You grab the apple and take a big bite. After chewing, you smile, baring your teeth just as he does. Unum blushes and laughs heartily. Eventually, you feel tired, and Unum takes you to your room. Unum glances at you for a second while you're already under the sheets, then suddenly approaches. When you sleep, what does it feel like? I'm getting a little attached to him, not as if he's not like a scary, psychotic god or anything, but I'm like getting a little attached. He's so nice and gentle in this moment. See, this is how I get into bad situations. It's a bit difficult to answer with his face so close to yours. How do you answer someone who can't or doesn't need to sleep? I'm going to save. I'm going to explain in detail, though. I feel like that would make most sense. Take a breath and begin explaining what it feels like to sleep, why you must sleep, and what happens during sleep. You explain the existence of dreams, emphasizing that you don't always remember them. While you speak, you notice Unum reclining on the bed, watching you with his eyes wide open. His attention is entirely on you, catching every word you utter, just as he did when his wives were talking at the table. He looks cute. In a moment, Unum's expression shifts to one of distress. Do you think the baby can dream? Oh, he's thinking, oh, that's cute. Stop. I wish they could experience that. It sounds liberating. I think they'll be able to dream. Let's be positive. Wow. Do you really believe that? Asked Unum. Lua Lu. We do not scratch at monitors or knock over phones. You nod and Unum pounces on you to give you a hug and a kiss. I'm so happy. It scares you a bit that he takes your words as absolute truth. Unum clears his throat, a bit embarrassed by his remark. You should rest now. See you in a few hours. Good night. He kisses you on the forehead and leaves the room. You ponder for a long time over the conversation with Unum. The names here are important, more important than you thought. If Unum's wives belong to Due, then the symbols must also belong to someone. I'm guessing Mother, since they keep referencing Mother, but we'll see. Could that someone be Septim? Could it be Septim? Maybe tomorrow you should ask why names are so important and why Unum doesn't feel comfortable calling his wives by their original names. He just said it's a sign of ownership. That's why he doesn't feel comfortable. But okay. Little by little, your eyes begin to close, and you sink into a deep sleep. Leah, goes Unum. Leah! Two hands grab you by the shoulders, urgently shaking you. I went to check on the baby, and there's something off about them. You have to blink a few times to fully wake up and understand what the redhead is saying. No, our child? What? I go. There's something off about the baby. Without another word, Unum grabs your hand and drags you out of the bed. Unum does his best to explain, amid panic and nerves, what's happening with the baby. But you don't understand anything. You just need 5 minutes of peace. Please. Just 5 minutes to ponder the choices that led you here. Is it normal for it to move so much? Why is he asking this, knowing that neither of you has any idea how a baby created from a combination of souls develops? I don't know. Hasn't Sextum explained the development process of this thing to you? This thing? It's a baby! You don't know what makes the comment funnier, Unum's face or the fact that the thing he's clearly pointing at isn't a baby. It's a weird mass. It's a transparent mass that moves as if it were feeling discomfort. And you don't even know if it's capable of feeling anything yet. I think it needs to stabilize. We both have to take it. You hope that Sexton told him this, and that he's not just making it up. Lua! I like this keyboard. Don't chew on it. Thank you, baby. As you approach, you feel an immense burst of heat. Not as pleasant as the warmth radiating from Unum's body. No, this heat is unbearable. Save. Just gonna have a million saves in this game. We're gonna put our hands in there. Together with Unum, you both place your hands on the mass. You feel a tingling in your fingers and arm, but it doesn't hurt or burn. So this is like the birth of a star. You're unable to answer Unum as a flash clouds your eyes. It's so bright that you have to shut them tightly to avoid blindness. An intense heat surrounds and embraces you, as if the sun's rays were piercing your skin, softly kissing you for an extended time. Then the glow ceases. I mean, I guess it makes sense. We did mate with the sun god. Well, our souls mated. I don't know how that works. When you open your eyes, Unum shouts, "Did we know? No! Are we having twins? Are we having twins?" I'm not drunk enough for this. Did it split? Asked Unum. Indeed, the mass is no longer one, but two. You hear the door slam open. My Lady Dewey, you cannot enter this room without notifying us, says Eliana. It's you and I, degenerate souls. If you say so, it is so. I don't want you to speak, Alentak, says Dewey. Eliana grimaces in pain, her lips pressed tightly shut. Unum turns to see Dewey entering through the door, followed by Eliana. You don't have permission to give orders in my domain, says Unum. Give her voice back right now. After this, Dewey replies. Dewey ignores the order, moving closer to you. I must assist in the birth of these binary stars. They are not yours, says Unum. Septim has ordered me to assist with whatever is needed, Dewey replies. And my assistance is needed now. You're not qualified for this. Unum doesn't get a chance to retort as Dewey adds, her voice laced with venom. You're very egocentric, especially since those around you are even better than you. Lou, I'm gonna kick you off this desk if you keep chewing. Stronger and larger, says Dewey. But not suitable for giving space to organic life, Unum replies. Ha! Dewey pulls your hand away from the mass and asks Unum for space so that she can do her work. Reluctantly, Unum takes a few steps back with you, and when he deems the distance safe, he moves in front of you, covering your body with his own. You assume it must be for protection. Dewey places both hands on each of the masses, and with one swift pull, a glow far brighter than before emerges. Unum covers your eyes with his arm. A deathly silence follows, and the room's temperature becomes unbearable. And a baby's cry shatters the silence, followed by a much weaker one. What is this? Asks Dewey. Like a fisherman, Dewey holds two creatures by their feet. Both cry because of the position they're in. You feel yourself sweating, and your vision starts to blur. The hot air only deepens your desperation with each passing second. That's not how you hold them, you brute! Yells Unum. We did have twins! Holy shit! Taken aback, Dewey hands the two entities to Unum, who cradles them as one would a human baby. Is this a human? Asks Dewey. No, they are hybrids, Unum replies. I thought a god, already ready to claim their rank, would emerge from here. Not this. That doesn't matter, Unum replies. You will have a god ready after a while. I suppose Septim knows you're playing at being human. Dewey watches the small entities in Unum's arms. The atmosphere is tense. I love how we still won't refer to them as babies. I think it's very interesting that our MC, our character, is like still has like a wall between them and what's happening. They're just so focused on survival that they're not in the present moment of what's going on. I think it's kind of fascinating. And it also kind of makes sense. Like, I feel like I would disassociate. You mean like literally yesterday we merged our souls for a baby, then today it not only split in two, but then they gave birth, like they were born? Yeah. I would disassociate with that. Much knowledge and stuff going on. They're yours, says Dewey. You need to give them names. Now. You can't take it any longer. Unum seems to notice how unwell you are. With a tremor of nervousness in his voice, he asks you to leave the room for a moment. He gestures for you to step out into the garden for some fresh air. Do I not get to choose their names? They're part mine. Ugh, and you do so without a word of protest. You trudge towards the door leading to the garden and sit down on one of the nearby benches. You take a deep breath and close your eyes. Here, the air is fresh, and you don't feel your lungs burning as you breathe in. You glance at your hands, and something starts to worry you. It's not their color. Since septum also bears those marks, no, what worries you is that you've begun to feel less than in them. You have no sensation in your fingertips. The sensitivity in that area is almost non-existent. Although you can move your fingers, something inside tells you that sooner or later you'll lose that ability. If you tell Unum about this, will he be able to help you? 'Cause we're a puppet! Honestly, Unum doesn't seem so frightening now, but you suspect it's because you've been with him for a while, and perhaps you've grown accustomed to his odd presence and personality. He's not bad, just peculiar, and a bit violent when he's hungry. Could it be viable for you to stay here? If you try to escape, will you have any other option to survive? We're gonna stay. Yes, it's the best you can do. You don't know what's beyond this garden, nor what the world or society out there is like. To top it all off, you smell like a human according to what you've seen and heard, and that's not good for you. You're an easy target. Do you already have permission to be outside? Asked a mysterious voice. You recognize that voice. Ah, it's Septim! You lift your gaze and see Septim standing next to you, looking over your shoulder. Save. I guess answer his question? Or greet him. I feel like greeting him is better. He's a god. We should greet a god. Good morning. Septim smiles contentedly. Answer my question. Never mind. We should have answered the question. Oh, right. Odom asked me to go out for some air. The room we were in wasn't very pleasant. Too much heat. I imagine, Septim replies. Humans can't withstand the power of so many stars for very long, let alone newly formed stars. If you hadn't gone out, you'd probably be dead by now. That's wonderful. Our children could have killed us. That's fucking fantastic. You want to ask if he's come to see the hybrids, but you're afraid of how he might react. Yeah, we have not called them children. Our children. They're literally part of our children. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I mean, like I said, I loved it 2 minutes ago, but now I'm just like, girly pop. I mean, well, MC could be, I guess, whoever he wants to be, but I'm just like, look, I know this wasn't the plan, and you're like still like half in woo-woo world, but like, come on, they're your children. Should probably care a bit more. Let's go see them, Septim replies. Unum's hybrids? They're yours too. See? Thank you, Septim. Yes, I want to see them. The walk back is awkward. Septim makes no effort to engage in conversation, and you're sure that if you speak first without his permission, he'll get angry. Inside Unum's residence, you encounter his wives, who are outside the room. Noticing Septim's presence, all three lower their heads in greeting. Alnitak has the situation stabilized. Ileana remains silent, and Septim appears to understand why, as he gestures with his hands. Her lips relax, and she replies, Lady Due has stabilized the new stars. It is now safe for Leah. Good, Septim replies. The door to the room opens by itself, and Septim makes his way through. Due, Unum. I remind you that it's crucial for Leah to be present at the most critical moments. I will not tolerate them being taken away from them again. Due stands straight, as if a low-ranking soldier were witnessing a general's arrival. Septim, my apologies, says Due. I asked him to leave because the energy in the room is too condensed, says Unum. I know, but I need Leah to observe the development of both gods. Are they stable yet? Yes, says Due. Okay, Due, we're leaving now. Unum. Yes, he asks. I want an audience with you tonight. Septim exits the room with Due with a quick look in your direction. Unum doesn't move until he senses that both symbols are far away. Then he smiles. Look! Oh, they're cute! I'm guessing they look like us? Like that we have this coloring and stuff? He comes towards you, holding both creatures in his arms. Wow, MC, please. They have a pulse, just like you. Though their heart rate is very different from yours. They're so cute! You still can't hold them. Their bodies are still too warm. But you could burn your hands. Oh. Well, you'll have to be content with just watching them closely. As you lean in, you once again notice the heat radiating from both babies' bodies. What are their names? I'd like to wait until they're old enough to choose their own names. Why? I ask. I want them to be free. Aww. Let them do as they please until... Unum cuts himself off before finishing the sentence, and then he laughs nervously. Septum said they'll grow fast. Maybe tomorrow they won't be this little. Oh, you two spend most of your time taking care of the babies. Well, you instruct Unum on how to care for them as you still can't touch them. Teamwork makes the dream work. You've confirmed it yourself when you try to touch one of their cheeks. You burned your hand. Unum also almost calls Quinque to come and heal you, but you've told him it's not necessary. When night falls, Unum excuses himself, saying he must do something important, and he takes both babies with him. He asks you to rest and sleep so that you'll have all the energy you need tomorrow. So you rest. You dream. For the first time in your short existence in this small world, you dream. You are in a dark place, and you hear a voice, but you can't make out what it's saying. You don't know how or when, but it's already the next day. And the first thing you see when you open your eyes is your hands. The darkness has devoured more skin. Oh, hello! Oh, nice. Nice. You know what I need one day? I know there's like a plug-in where there's an eye tracker where you can see where I look on the screen. I feel like that would be the chaotic and most embarrassing thing I'll ever do. Not that you can't guess where I'm looking, but I think that would be pretty funny. One day, just like if I have that plug-in, I'll have to figure out more about it because I've seen other streamers use it. And you'll just watch where my eyes go. Not only is my camera will track my model, it'll track where I'm looking. The second thing your eyes spot is Unum lying next to you, watching you intently. You're an amazing creature, Unum says. Toby Eye Tracker? That's what it's called? Hold on, let me write that down. I think that would be funny. It would be embarrassing as heck for me because I feel like I would keep forgetting about it. No worries, I'll look it up. And if that's not the name, I'm sure I'll find it. Or I'll just ask one of the streamers I see use it. I'm sure they'll be nice and tell me. But yeah, I feel like that would be hilarious. Unum continues. I never thought I'd be the husband of a human. Husband? How many steps has this man skipped? Since when does he think that you're in a relationship? I mean, we did give birth to 2 children together. MC's like so step far back of the reality of the situation. They're just like, babe, I don't know what's going on with you. And I'm just like, MC, I don't know what's going on with you. Is it like that with all the symbols, or is it just Unum who has no idea how relationships work? You let out a laugh at how strange it is to be in this relationship. Unum looks at you, confused. Saving. I'm gonna ask if he wants to be my husband. Aren't we all ready? Asked Unum. You can't help but let out a laugh from your throat. But we've even had children, and you live with me. According to what I've read, that's more than enough to call us spouses. You let out another laugh. Don't laugh. All right, I say. I don't know how relationships work among the garden people, but we humans need time and agreements before we earn that title. Oh, he replies. Could you explain it to me? There's no book here that explains that to you. You have no trouble explaining to Unum what it takes to become your husband, although you emphasize that it's different for everyone. If I try, could I be your husband? Yes. I don't need a scum save for this, yes. Unum smiles, baring all his teeth, triumphantly. I wanted to show you the rest of my domain today, but Septum said it's dangerous for you to go out. So we'll have to stay in the temple until the stars have grown. I don't want to miss a thing, not a single moment of their development. Are you excited? I asked. Of course, he goes. Besides, I have you by my side, which makes it even better. We're like the families that Sextum loved to watch grow. Oh, we could invite her when she finishes her prayers. Unum gets out of bed and looks at you excitedly. The girls are taking care of them while we make breakfast. Wow, it seems that Unum is taking Eliana's words seriously. Incredible. You walk to the kitchen, and Unum performs the sanctification ritual before starting to prepare breakfast. You help him with some tasks, but he does most of the work, precisely replicating what the girls prepared the day before. And after a while of cooking, breakfast is ready. Puffing out his chest, Unum looks at the results with pride. But instantly, he deflates like a balloon. Ah, I miss watching my wives cook. I see you did quite well, goes Solaris. Solaris enters through the door with a half smile. It seems that now you'll be able to be the one in charge of cooking, dear. Only if you join me, Unum replies. We'll think about it. Do you need help setting the table? Yes, please, says Unum. It's strange. This is totally strange. Never imagined that living with them would be so normal. Where did that Unum, so overexcited about everything, go? The one who used to try to attack you at the slightest reaction of your body. What's the catch? Could it be that they'll end up eating you? After all, they are entities that eat human flesh. Are you really playing at being a happy family? Leah? Asks Unum. Yes. Can human babies eat at the table? What? Honestly, I can't imagine them sitting at the table with a fork and knife in their hands. Unum's so cute. Their hands are very small, and they don't have much coordination with them. Well, they have no coordination at all. You take a deep breath before answering, and you remember that Unum is an entity completely opposite to you. He only knows about human form from what he's read. And God knows what he's been reading. The days pass quickly, faster than you'd care to admit. With Unum and his wives at home, there's never a moment when you're alone. There's always something to do, and it's always something pleasant. Well, not always. Can you peel this? Asks Unum. I have to go ask Ignis something. Of course, I reply. When you take the knife and the fruit in your hands, you realize that perhaps not only is the color of your skin changing, but also the mobility of your fingers. You find it hard to coordinate and apply pressure, but you can still do it. Why are we not telling Unum about our problems? God damn. I think he's more than proven at this point that he would take care of us. I'm stressing. You're about to finish peeling when Unum appears behind you, touching your shoulders. You do it better than I do. Oh shit. And that's enough to distract you, causing you to cut the palm of your hand with the knife. The cut is deep, and blood flows out in concerning amounts. Then everything descends into chaos. You're thankful that Unum didn't rip your hand off in one bite. Let's be honest, you know that what he really wanted to do at that moment was to eat you whole, from head to toe. By the fourth day, little by little, you start opening up to each of Unum's wives. And like the redhead, they're eager to learn more about humans. Thanks to them, you discover that both babies need to be together. They are binary stars, which means that they are permanently linked by a tail in an endless dance, Ignis once said. Although there is great concern on the girls' faces when they talk about it, every time you ask them why, they change the subject. Oh, look at the little fang! Look how cute this child is! On the fifth day, you discover their original names. As if you focus your gaze on the children, you can see a tail. Sirius, that is the name they both share. Ileana explained to you that this is because they were born at the same time. But you shouldn't worry, because it will only be a name that no one will use after both gods choose their own names. But you can't... Oh, words. You can't spend too much time with them in one room, because their presence burns your skin and prevents you from breathing normally. That sucks! At least now you can carry them for a short time. And you can't help but think they're cute. They both resemble Unum. They don't physically resemble you at all. What do you mean? And when you mention this to Unum, he just laughs. You vividly remember the words that came from the sun god at that moment. They both share a heart and essence similar to yours. And that is 1,000 times better than if they had an appearance similar to mine. Why? I ask. Because now I can feel your heart, accompanied by 2 more melodies. Stop! That's so cute! That's adorable. What a romantic. That's so sweet. They are different, but theirs comes from yours, and together they create the most beautiful symphony I've ever heard. You still can't believe that Unum said that to you. Every time you remember it, you feel your cheeks warm up. On the 7th day, a Sunday, Septim comes to see your babies. He looks at them for just a second and then turns his gaze to you. Your hands. Ah, it's nothing, I say. I'll find a solution for that. Oh? Without explanation, he leaves. Now that Septim mentioned it, Unum says as he approaches to inspect your hands, your hands and arms have changed over time. What's wrong with them? I'll say I don't know. Don't worry, he replies. Septim always keeps his word. Always. LL scum save. I'm scum saving. Cece, how many times have I died tonight? We should have a die count, honestly. When I play games like this, we should have a counter for how many times I died in these goddamn games. But, I mean, I'm probably past the point of dying. Maybe. Who knows? So, on the off chance I'm not, I got a scum save. Hey. Yeah? I ask. I've been watching Sirius sleep, and I think they dream. They move and make gestures while they sleep. Just imagine what they dream about. Ah, thank you so much for giving me this change. You're truly the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Aw. Onum starts to move closer to wrap you in his arms. He's so tall and his build is so massive that you can't help but feel dwarfed in comparison. His embrace is warm, yet the thought that he could rip a piece of your skin off with his teeth at any moment refuses to leave your mind. MC refuses to be Delulu. Here I am, Delulu. I'm like, look, Onum hasn't changed, but I'm valuable enough to, and loved, quote unquote, loved enough by him that I'm sure I'm fine. My Delulu self, even though I scum save because I still worried I'm gonna die, while MC's just like, he's cute. He can kill me with his teeth any second now. MC, just be Delulu. Stop ruining it for me with your reality thoughts, realistic thoughts. I don't need it. Unum says, I really like having you here. I love your warmth, your scent, and your heartbeat. The fact that you're mortal and ever-changing. Oh, hello. Unum loosens his grip slightly to take one of your hands, and he inspects it while tracing the scab that has formed on you with his thumb. And how adaptable you are. I'm gonna stay silent. Oh! Hello? Sir? Sir? What are we doing? Without warning, he takes your hand to his mouth and licks it. Your heart is racing, though you're not sure if it's from fear or something else. His face draws dangerously close to yours. But you also make me want to devour you. Remember that that time you cut yourself peeling the fruit with a knife? It was terrible. If I didn't like you so much, I probably would have gutted you right then. Bro ruined it. You know, MC was right to ruin my Delulu-ness. What kind of comment is that? And why does he have to say it like it's a compliment? But don't worry. Unum continues. I'll take care of you. Without further explanation than a smile, Unum presses a kiss to your lips. Days pass, and you find it hard to believe how quickly the children grow. You've gotten used to calling them the children instead of their original names. Now that they can walk, you spend most of your day in the garden with them, since it's still too dangerous to be indoors with them for long periods of time. The energy they release is very unstable, and dangerous for a body like yours. All their tails are tied together. They're adorable. It's adorable to see them playing and interacting with each other or with the girls. Yet there's something that's been worrying you for a while now. Something that neither Unum nor the girls have shown any interest in or explaining or discussing. So you assume it's normal, but it still worries you. And the more they grow, the more they tend to stick together, their tails entwined. They can spend entire days clinging to each other's tails. Saving. We'll ask Unum. You tell the children you'll be in for a second and that you'll be right back. You search for Unum in the temple hallways and find him in the kitchen with Solaris, who is advising him on how to improve his latest meal. Out of curiosity, you pause to listen to part of their conversation. You need to improve your singing, my son. If you sing off key, it might even affect the taste, says Solaris. His voice wavers between laughter and tenderness, so you can't help but let out a small chuckle at the end. Are you telling me I sing badly? Maybe, Solaris teases. And that's all it takes for Solaris to burst out with a big laugh he'd been holding back. Leah, do you think I do the chants badly? Unum asks. You jump a little. You can't believe how Unum detected you. It's not that you do them badly, it's just that you're off key, says Solaris. Void the answer and ask about children. Answer in favor of Unum and ask about children. Answer against Unum and ask about children. In favor of. No, I respond. Unum sings well. Solaris laughs again, even louder, and between laughs says, there's no need to lie just to get along. Can I ask something? It's about the children. That alone is enough to get both of their attention back to you, and you don't need a verbal response as they simply look at you, waiting for your question. Is it normal for them to have their tails entwined all the time? It's something binary stars do. Solaris knows more about it, says Unum. We don't have tails, but according to what Dwayne told us when we accompanied her to the birth of binary stars, the union of both tails is their way of maintaining their gravitational balance. So it also works as a method of communication between the two stars. Yes, exactly, Unum confirms. Don't worry, it's normal. You spend the rest of the day resting with the girls while Unum takes care of the children. You're no longer afraid to leave them with him, as Unum has proven to be a very good caretaker, incredibly against all odds. Sunday arrives once again, and Septim appears once again. You don't like that you can't be present during the children's growth checkup, but Unum can, so you don't worry more than necessary. It's time to wait outside the room. About 30 minutes pass, and they still hadn't come out. It's nothing to worry about. After an hour passes, the girls arrive to keep you company. They say nothing, which makes you start to break into a cold sweat. Why are they here, and why do they look so tense? What if they don't pass the checkup? Asks Solaris. Be quiet. Don't even think about it, Ileana responds. I'm sorry. Solaris apologizes. What will happen if they don't pass the checkup? You're about to panic and scream and ask what they mean when the door to the room opens. The two children come out and run towards you laughing, as if celebrating something you don't know about. Septim walks out with both arms behind his back, with Unum following behind him. They have their names now. All present. Unum Alantak, Mintaka, and Alnilam must refer to them by these new names from now on. It is strictly forbidden to call them by their original names. An inexplicable pressure runs through your body. From the tension on Unum's face, you know you're not the only one who felt it. Serious? You may introduce yourselves. My name is Nor, and I'm called Shams. Pleased, Septim bids farewell in a monotone and distant voice, though his movements and expression maintain the elegance characteristic of his being. Why is he the only one allowed to refer to them by their imposed names? And Unum isn't allowed to? You fear the reason behind such an order, but for now, you can do nothing. Can we go to the garden to play? Asks Nor. Your attention shifts to the children, who look at you pleadingly, their tails intertwined. Not me saving a million times. I'm literally going to go through all these save slots because I'm scumming so bad. They must eat first. The response you get is a chorus of childish tantrums, but they accept, realizing they won't gain anything from it. Life here is not so bad. End of Act 2. And the process of elaboration. You'll have to wait a while to find out how this ends. Alright. Alright. I forgot I had the blush on. Okay, we did it. We made it through Act 1 and Act 2. That's going to be fun. I'll have to play through the other routes at some point. But that was so much fun. I'm really liking this game. Thank you all for sticking with me for so long. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to, drop a follow or do what you gotta do. Don't head out just yet. Let me find someone to raid to because I want to share the love. Sharing is caring. So let me find someone real quick. But thank you again so much for joining me. I will be back Tuesday at 6 p.m. Specific. Thanks, Cece. Pacific Daylight Time. And I don't know what I'll play. I'll post the schedule in my Discord and on my Blue Sky sometime this weekend. Probably tomorrow. I might just play more to Eat a God and just play one of the other routes because this has been so fun. I'm very curious. I want to play the other two people's routes, but for now, I we'll have to ponder on it. Let's see who, if anyone I'm following is live right now. I'm typically like one of the only people up at this time. Oh, Lazy Scott's streaming, and they're streaming a game. They're actually streaming Mind, which I really loved. I streamed it a few weeks ago. Highly recommend the game. The game is free on Steam. But let's share some love. It also is their birthday week, so yeah, let's give them some love. I'm gonna start the raid. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you all back Tuesday evening. Please, until then, stay safe, stay healthy, well, I can't force you to stay happy, but I hope you're happy. I hope good things come to you. I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid now, and until next time, thank you so much, and bye.